Yeah. What's going on, everybody? We're on a late night tip tonight. So whoever catches this stream catches this stream. I wasn't going to do this. I'm like, everybody, you feel me? Knocked out or out and about. So whoever ain't knocked out and about, and wants to get into this little breakdown with me real quick, then that's what we're gonna do. All right. Now, shout out to everybody in the chat. Okay, Amber G, Tracism. I see you, Trey. I see you, Amber. What's going on? Say Divine. I hope I pronounced that right. Okay. So, guys, real quick, I want to play a. I don't know if you guys are aware of this whole situation with Britney Renner. This full moon week. I don't know if y'all was aware, but she had a whole crazy meltdown on this interview. All right. Is she truly anybody of significance? Not really, but there's it's she's perfect to use as a full moon explosion example. What do we always talk about during the full moons? This is a time for us to release, right? This is a time for us to release. This is a time for us to get certain energies, spiritual responsibilities we don't want to stay connected to or uphold off our backs, off our shoulders. But we can manifest catastrophic moments. We can manifest blow up moments during the full moon. Okay. Now, when you have placements that are being, when you have signs, or excuse me, when you have placements in your chart, all right, that are heavily being influenced by the full moon at that time, you're going to be one of the ones, all right, you're going to be one of the people that, will catch that surge of emotion more than others. We all are more sensitive towards our subconscious and our emotional state in general during the full moon. But people that had mutable placements during this time, but especially people that had Pisces placements, especially people that had Virgo placements, all right, that axis was lit up during the full moon. Anybody that had mutable, I believe the full moon was 7 degrees. Yeah, because Saturn was 3 degrees. The full moon was 7 degrees. So if you have any placements from anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees of a mutable sign, yeah, you picked up on this full moon in Pisces energy strong. You definitely picked up on this energy. All right. So this is why we harp on understanding what's going through your subconscious during significant moon transits. Guys, y'all ever blew up about some shit or something triggered you to cry, right? Something triggered you to cry about something, and then while you was crying or after you was crying, you ain't realize you had all of that inside of you, what you was crying about. You ain't realize you could bury something like that, or something impacted you in your life, and you probably didn't release right away. You was still in, processing mode, and then once you really digested it, you released heavy. You didn't realize you had that within you. So a full moon transit can bring out what's in you. A full moon transit will get that eighth house up to the surface, all right, aka your deep feelings and emotions, the things that we bury. All right, now Brittany Renner is just a great example. So I want to play a clip. We're gonna share this. I'm gonna share a clip with you guys, and then we're gonna pull up a chart and we're gonna look at what's going on in there. All right, Liv Rose says, "What about a lot of Cancer and fourth house placements? This moon was a lot, and I'm working damn hardest to control it." Cancer placements in general. Cancer placements when the moon is full. As a Cancer, your vibration heavily revolves around the moon cycle. So as having strong Cancer placements, you should know when the moon is, eating up energy, shedding energy, when it's waxing, when it's waning. All right. So that lets you know when you have strong Cancer placements and it gets up to the full moon, you obviously can feel heavy with all your emotions. You feel heavy with emotions in general. When the moon is full, things can feel heavy in general. All right. That's why you want to do your best to be in your little safe haven. All right, protect your space, protect your environment, place boundaries where they need to be, so you could go in your, you know, you could go ahead and release in a healthy way in your own space, in your own environment or whatnot, and not cause any extreme moments. Okay, so when it's a new moon, sorry, I just ate before I go on this line. When it's a new moon, all right, as somebody that has a lot of Cancer placements, you can feel extra giddy and excited, extra proactive. When you want to take action on everything in their mother, something feeling heavy on you, y'all finna cut that bitch off right away. And a Cancer already gonna a Cancer. That's the thing. Cancer placements are already doing that in general. Like Cancer placements, when something feels heavy on the subconscious, uh, they're handling that. They're handling that. Whether they gotta approach somebody or they got detached from somebody, Cancers ain't wasting no time with that. Okay, so yeah, full moon placements in general. Full moon placements in general. We got Sierra Waters, Sierra Wizards in the building. That girl twerked on Charleston White and then dunked a bottle of water on his head. Sis got washed up in the full moon energies like a motherfucker. And that's why we're gonna pull up her chart after that, because like I said, I don't really care about Britney Renner and this, that, and the third, but me already knowing this is my second time covering her. So this situation made me go back, look at her chart, and when I remembered her placements, we already know she a Pisces sun. I get that one out the way. She a Pisces sun. So when all of that happened, I knew it was a full moon Pisces. I'm like, nah, let me see the rest of her transits and see what the fuck she's really going through. And I was like, okay, we covering this. All right, y'all. So let's get right into it. Let me pull this clip up, y'all.
Got an amazing contract. How does that make you feel as a woman knowing that's your baby father? What is your first view on that?
Honestly, I want my child's father to win.
Exactly.
It's just what it is. And regardless of what
PJ just got an amazing contract. How does that make you feel as a woman knowing that's your baby father? What is your first view on that?
honestly, I want my child's father to win.
Exactly.
It's just what it is. And regardless of what
All right, thank you, guys. Was y'all hearing what I was saying though? Was it just the video? Was y'all hearing what I was saying? Or y'all wasn't hearing what I was saying either. Okay, all right. So basically, I was saying, uh, I was saying that I didn't. You can hear the video, not your own mic though. All right, I'm about to do something, guys, because the reason y'all couldn't hear me is because I turned my mic off. Because I think the last time I shared something, there was an echo. So I'm gonna keep my mic on real quick. We're just gonna do a real quick test. Y'all let me know if there's an echo or if y'all hear the video well.
of what people say, I believe he deserves whatever he feels he's worthy of. So, whatever that contract looks like.
Was that good, job? There was no echo just now. Was there any echo? That lets me know I don't need to turn my mic off and I could just keep the settings regular. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't no echo with that. Okay, I bet. So yeah, what I was basically saying when a video was muted, I was just saying this specific clip is perfect context. is very significant based off of the full moon transits, how they're hitting her specifically and her placements. All right. So as you can see by the title, Britney Renner loses her composure when asked about PJ Washington. All right. PJ Washington is her baby daddy. He plays for the Charlotte Hornets. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody tuning in. We going in on a late night. All right. What is it? What time is it? It's midnight. Okay. So we dealing with some Capricorn hours right now. All right.
PJ just got an amazing contract. How does that make you feel as a woman knowing that's your baby father? What is your first view on that?
Honestly, I want my child's father to win.
Exactly.
It's just what it is. And regardless of what people say, I believe he deserves whatever he feels he's worthy of. So, whatever that contract looks like, that's what it looks like. And I didn't have a child. You know, I had a second degree tear. You know what that looks like?
I'm gonna say
No.
just
Hello?
say no. I'm gonna
Hello?
say no for all of
Is
us.
everybody fucking
I'm just gonna
listening?
say no.
Hello?
Yeah, you're
A second degree.
And let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something real quick right now. All right.
Did you know that you could get 50 to over?
Let me tell y'all something quick right now. I low-key didn't want to react to this. Like I low-key just wanted to jump straight into the breakdown because it's kind of annoying watching her. It's annoying. It's frustrating watching her in the state that she's in this video. So I'm like using the word, but you know, it's a little cringe. Okay, like I'm like, all right, but it just gives context for what's really going on with Shorty. All right, so let's get back into it.
It is. And regardless of what people say, it's like that's what it looks like. And you know what that looks. You know what that looks like.
I'm gonna say
No.
just say
Hello?
no. I'm gonna say no for all of
Is
us.
everybody fucking
I'm just gonna
listening?
say no.
Hello?
Yeah, you're
A second degree tear. You know what that looks like.
I mean, that boy was that big when you had him.
He was, I think it was 8.1.5,
That means she had a
Big
big
boy.
baby.
almost 9 pounds, right?
Another NBA player.
Dang,
Does that matter to you?
she gave birth to
Does that matter to you?
Sasquatch.
Who had such a motherfucking opinion about me?
Wait,
Does that
time out.
matter?
It's group.
Hold
My
on.
opinion changed, but
Hold
yeah,
on.
no.
Answer the motherfucking question.
No, it didn't initially. No, hell. No.
Okay.
Baby was 9 pounds. That motherfucker got a whole first house stellium like a mother. They got Jupiter in the first. He got all everything that like expansion and mass. Fuck you coming here big as hell for? You know the first house rule your body. Big ass baby. Take your ass back to the astral realm. Come back 3 pounds less. Big ass nigga.
Okay, I had a second degree tear. That means they sewed me up.
Yeah, okay.
Right. You know what that means? That means I love that motherfucker. My pussy was fucking split open for him.
Right.
You understand that? He was 9 pounds.
Big boy.
Okay.
Gratefully, I had a 5-pound baby.
Good for you.
Bless.
My
Bless.
baby was almost 9 pounds.
Big boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. All right.
No, I wanted to say that because I think it is important. A lot of people do
What's important?
that. You do wish well for them.
Most.
Here's the thing. Let me just tell you, you and every one of the motherfuckers that are commenting, she doing too much. She
Fuck 'em.
at the end of the day, this pussy had a second degree tear. Do you know what that means?
You just taught us.
ripped,
What is it?
ripped,
Thank you, Charleston.
ripped open.
Ripped.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, boy had a head like his daddy.
Ma'am.
Yeah, boy had a head like his
Ma'am,
daddy.
Chips Ahoy.
All right.
Hold on.
So
Now you know what's the funny thing about Charleston White being a part of this, y'all? They don't got Charleston White's birth info on the internet. And I was having a conversation with somebody, and I'm like, yo, he giving me a lot of Sag vibes. Like I think he got Sag and Aquarius in his top 3 because the nigga's super blunt. He's very articulate. All right. He's direct as hell. He's pinpointed when he speaks. Aquarius don't waste gaps when they communicate. Libras, Gemini, we got a bunch of filler in our shit. There's a bunch of filler. We tell a story. It's gonna be some filler in that motherfucker. A whole bunch of shit that didn't need to be in the motherfucking story. We just added that motherfucker. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. It's gonna be a whole bunch of that. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So we cross the street. There's gonna be a whole bunch of that when you got Libras and Gemini. Aquarius is pinpointed. Boom, 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 boom. And that's how he speaks when he communicates. Very pinpointed, but he's wise though. But the thing about what gives me Sagittarius vibes is not only is he very expressive and animated, so I pick up the fire influence. He you know, Sag energy can get very reckless. Sag energy is very reckless. Aquarius is very blunt and direct. Sag is a little reckless at times. All right. He can be very reckless. All right. But at the same time, he be saying a lot of real shit. So I don't know. I got a neutral stance on him. I don't know if Charleston White is a plant. I don't know where he came from. I don't know. But the man be talking some shit sometimes. Sometimes he be off the wall, and sometimes that nigga makes sense. And that's some Sagittarius shit for your ass.
A ripped fucking vagina. Let me hold on.
And listening to her talk is one of the reasons why I'm really gonna push myself to stop cursing, because she sounds crazy, and I'm like, I feel like this is probably how I be sounding sometimes, the way I be cussing. Like, this is just, we could find other words. Like, it's just sad. We gotta do better.
Say it again. Say it again.
For the people in the back.
Let me tell you something. 50 pounds. Do you hear what I'm saying?
That boy born 50 pounds.
No, you gained.
I gained 50 pounds.
Oh shit.
Charleston, 50 pounds. That's just somebody, I'm just whatever. It's about money. Let me tell you something. I can't be bought.
Hello.
That's what all these people in the chat can't seem to understand. They think I can be bought. They think that it's just about money. It's just whatever. It's the highest bidder. I believe in true love.
Hello.
I heard her say that, but you
I
know
said it
be
100 fucking times.
Huh.
Hey, listen,
Hello.
hey, listen, now
Listen
listen.
to what I'm fucking saying. Shut the fuck up when a real bitch is talking.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
Get
Shut
the
the
room.
fuck up.
Take the room.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, ma'am. Here you go.
Because I'm a real fucking bitch. You hear what I'm saying?
Talk.
And I care. And I'm a hopeful romantic.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm the real fucking bitch sounding mad funny though.
Fuck up.
Yes, ma'am. Here you go.
Because I'm a real fucking bitch. You hear what I'm saying?
Talk.
And I care. And I'm a hopeful romantic. But I can't control. At the end of the day, I try to force something that wasn't mine. That wasn't my person. And that's okay.
Hold on, let me see what y'all talking about. I actually feel more comfortable. Hold on. What you talking about? Yeah, she needs some help because this is not healthy at all. At all. Yes, we can't birth the whole bowling ball sized creature. That shit is insane. Yes, it's women, y'all are some magical beings. I'll tell y'all that right now. I actually feel more comfortable around people who's casually a curse, is relaxing for some strange reason, seems more genuine. She traumatically got split from the front to the crack. That thought triggered her PTSD. And I like what she doing right now with the yelling and shit though. Yeah, it's just, come on, you a whole adult, relax. You got a child to be an example for. But with that comes the responsibility of dealing with that kind of pain. She needs a few more chill pills. That raw feminine rage. Go off, sis.
He's sitting over there motherfucking. Shut the fuck up.
Oh shit!
Shut up. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking.
That's peripheral.
Shut up.
That's peripheral.
Seriously, shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Because if you ever felt real love to where you have a motherfucking second degree tear, hello?
Wait.
He didn't mean it.
Hello?
He didn't mean
Oh
it.
shit!
Hello? You don't know what it's fucking
Oh
like.
shit!
I'm sorry. I meant to hit this nigga.
Wrong guy.
Let me tell you
Wrong guy,
something.
champ. Wrong guy,
Shut the
champ.
fuck up. This right here is about to go. Let me tell you something.
We good.
Shut up
We good,
when
we
I'm
good.
fucking talking. Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. I meant to hit that nigga. Because you sitting over here.
And it's funny, as the nigga that she's beefing with right now in the background keeps talking, he giving me New York vibes. It's not like a New York nigga.
Laughing.
All right, chill. Relax.
I ain't chilling.
Relax.
Because at the end of the day,
The man widely seen as the godfather of artificial intelligence has quit his job
So-
at Google.
Last week, the artificial
I can't even, like I said, like the shit is low-key hard to bear. And I tell you this right now, all of them niggas is better than me. I'm not that. I could get on YouTube. We could politic about spirituality, astrology, spiritual healing, development. Guys, let y'all know we could politic about that 24/7. I ain't that holy yet. I ain't that sanctified. I give these men some credit. Those men I give the men some credit in there. So that's what you call them men got some composure. Okay, that's what I'm gonna call it for the lack of better terms right now, because it couldn't be me. Oh man, I'm glad it wasn't me. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for not putting me in positions like that. But I'm not the one for that bullshit. I'm not the one for that bullshit. She's bugging.
Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. I meant to hit that nigga. Because you sitting over here laughing.
Chill. Relax.
I ain't chilling.
Relax.
Because at the end of the day, it ain't your pussy. Hey, listen. I hear you.
That ain't cool, lady. For real. I'm not part of this.
Hey, listen. That's fine. But guess what? You protecting him is what it is. Is it not? Is it not? Is it not?
She hit the wrong nigga.
Hey, don't be sitting over there laughing. Let me tell you, I ain't talking to you. I ain't talking to him right here. I ain't talking about. Then bat me in my shit. Then
Chap, she cool.
bat me in my shit.
Tracism said what I would have done. They got all type of liquor there. Listen, they got all type of liquor. She was leaving that bitch drenched like a motherfucker. You want to wet niggas up? That shit, I was gonna make that shit feel like a motherfucking Brooklyn hot summer cancer day water balloon fight on the block. I was gonna fucking drench her ass. The fuck she think going on here? You feel me? I ain't crazy. I ain't gonna put my paws on her. I'm a Libra. We gonna get fair like a motherfucker. All right. What's that? Rose? Where the Hennessy at? I'm about to listen. Can liquor blind a motherfucker? I'd fuck her vision up with some Hennessy if they had that motherfucker in there. I'd fuck her eyelids all the way up, y'all. Let me relax because I'm start cussing. Do re mi mi yo. Do re mi. What's that shit Tina Turner was saying that mother? Do re mi yo. Yeah. You see how when she got into her meditative shit after that, you see how she was able to deal with Ike, y'all. Y'all better go ahead and watch Love Ain't Got Nothing to Do with It. All right, learn something from Tina Sagittarius. Had to ask, do re mi no, I'ma be Ike ass, oh yo yo. Yo, but yeah, I'm not going for that. I'm not going for that. All right, I'm a Libra. You finna get the mirror over here. You finna get the mirror, and that's my life. By default. I'm gonna get the mirror by default quick too. All right, so don't play that with me, lady. You leaving this bitch drenched. You gonna smell like Hennessy for 6 weeks. Okay. Amber G said, "Okay, I'm back. I was triggered. Like I said, this shit hard to watch. It's like shit. It's so immature. Like it's like so kiddish. This is how I be feeling. No chill. I just keep it. I feel for her when I saw this. I know not good. It is what it is, guys. We are going through this human experience. We go through a flurry of emotions on the daily, but we know there's time. We know how to conduct ourselves, right? She's on a national podcast on top of that. And there's reasons we conduct ourselves a certain way outside of ourselves, right? Our family, we represent things. She has a whole child, and but part of why she's expressing herself like this is not just the full moon shit too. Like I said, we finna get into her energies, but we know better. We just don't be spazzing everywhere all the time because we know better. All right, we know better. And some of us, we guess who are the people we be spazzing on the most? Our loved ones. That's fucked up how the world works like that, right? We go through all these series of emotions. We get into the workspace, we keep it together. You go to school, keep it together. But our motherfucking girlfriend and boyfriends, they catch all of that shit. Our partners catch all of that shit. Our husband and wives, they catch all of that shit. You feel me? That shit fucked up. We gotta do better, y'all. Okay? I guess that's just the way the world works. Your loved one's gonna hurt you the most. It is what it is. It is what it is, I guess. I don't know if that's toxic. Y'all let me know. I'm still going through my phases of healing too. Sometimes I be saying some shit. Somebody be like, "Boy, that's toxic as hell." I'm like, "Word? I ain't know." Self-awareness. Charleston slipped her a Spanish fly in her drink, but it had an adverse effect. This ain't just alcoholism. Libras hit too. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, I if a woman hit me, she better get prepared. I hope she know how to take it. That's all I gotta say about that one. My mom, my mom told me since I was young, "We'll put your hands on you. Anybody put your hands on you." I'm sorry, that's how I was raised. So I hope she know how to take a hit. You don't hit a grown man, but I don't want to go down that talk, bro, right there. Yeah, I don't understand how that transformation affects us. You talking to the wrong people. A man can't understand these conversations. This is a timeline I can do without sending her peace and journey she'll need it this year. All right. She not well though, so you can retaliate or you can understand the imbalance occurs that what it looks like at that time. So she needs help, and it really ain't postpartum because that's just a guess. But she could be bipolar mania because this ain't what it looks like too. All right, let's keep it going, y'all. Let's get through this.
Apologies, champ.
Bat me in my shit.
I don't hit women, yo.
That all right? Then shut the
Shannon
fuck
Briggs
up.
right here. Trip it out. We're good. We're good.
Apologies, champ.
At the end of the day, all right, I don't give a fuck you talking about, lady. I don't care. At the end of the day, nobody knows what I went through. Nobody knows what I'm going through. So nobody, you, him, whoever the fuck, you don't get to sit here and talk about shit. Ain't nobody drunk bitch talking about nothing.
We family.
What's up?
Here. We family here.
What's up?
We family here.
What's up?
Champ, no,
I ain't talking about nothing.
We all right, champ.
We ain't talking about nothing.
We family.
This is Charleston's people, not mine.
She all right,
It's
champ.
Charleston's
She all right,
people.
champ.
No, we family.
He say you all right.
I ain't no fucking security, bitch.
I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Champ.
Bat me in my shit then.
It's all good.
Bat me in my shit then.
Come on.
Then shut the fuck up.
Chill.
Yeah, but
Let's
hit your
relax.
motherfucking buzzer, bitch.
All right, let's reset the room. Let's reset the room.
It is what it
guys.
is.
Let's reset the room.
It
guys.
is what it is.
Everybody cool, guys. Everybody cool.
It is what it is.
Nah, she's so like this behavior is so disturbing, but this I ain't gonna lie, she's mad childish for this. God damn, she's so childish. People be so childish. She really growed. Like she really grows. She wild with that, but I ain't gonna lie. This shit right here, I could fake bear this a little bit. This shit tight. This is funny. Now she's wild.
Family here, guys.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Family here, guys.
You don't like Britney Renner. Britney Renner, we fuck with her.
Who's got music playing? All right. Let's relax. Let's reset the room for a second.
Nah, don't reset shit. The fuck we on?
We on the motherfucking Dancer Project, baby.
Motherfucking Capricorn in the motherfucking building.
In the builds.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Talking about? Did she just call him a Capricorn?
Hey, shit. The fuck we on?
We on the motherfucking Dancer Project, baby.
Motherfucking Capricorn in the motherfucking building.
In the builds.
Hey, let me tell you something.
I'm bugging y'all. That's what she said. She ain't just say a motherfucking Capricorn in the building. She knows something we don't, because his birth info ain't on the web.
Dancer Project, baby.
Motherfucking Capricorn in the motherfucking building.
In the builds.
Hey, let me tell you something. I don't care what you talking about, because I really bad nigga in here shit. No, this is my touch up. Listen, let me tell you something. Don't nobody get tell me shit about shit.
Right.
At the end of the day, Charleston.
Yes, ma'am.
This
the
motherfucking real nigga right
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
Right.
And if I understand him,
Yes,
he
ma'am.
understand me. We wouldn't understand each other.
Damn that hand.
So what's up?
I'm just happy.
Yeah, I got a good grip.
Yeah, I see. Shit, you strong. Yeah, shit. I can tell you play sports.
Ma'am.
Mm.
I can tell you play sports.
Ma'am.
Yeah, I did.
I can tell.
Yeah, I did.
Shit.
Ma'am.
You gotta. Hey, what's up? What we
Shout
doing,
out to everybody
Charleston?
I'm reading
Shout out
all that
everybody
shit on
in the
there. Shit, I done got
I don't
into
give
the
a fuck.
comments. Just shit, I done
Getting
got
these
into
Renaissance factory. Shut up, bitch. While real bitches talking.
All right, so let's reset. Get back to what we were talking
What are
about.
we talking about?
We're
Peace, love, health, and wealth.
a grade 2 tear, Charles,
love health
PJ, and everything that occurred, and that you do wish well for him of what everything that went
I
on.
always do, because you know what? I had a baby for him.
I'm just gonna click random stuff and something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm surprised I didn't cut that off earlier. Okay, guys. Now that Pisces and Cap attraction, yep, sextile. Might be. Even though she ended up disrespecting that man and throwing water on him. Oh man, it's really heartbreaking. Yes, it is. It's disturbing. It's heartbreaking. It's sad to see. Because if you're really watching it, if you're sensitive enough and in tune enough with your subconscious to see things past its surface, there's a whole bunch wrong with her inside, right? Not defending her, but I gotta play devil's advocate, not condoning this, because as an adult, you have a responsibility to take care of your health. Yeah, because I know this is an experience, guys. I always do my best to try to give everybody grace, because Lord knows I be needing it all the time, and we just have to think about influences outside of ourselves at times, and just being such a polarizing figure the way she is. How you conduct yourself is everything, especially with her having a child, and her child's gonna have to be under a spotlight, being a celebrity baby, right? So, let's get into it. Let me throw my astrological glasses on. All right. So, guys, first things first. She's a Cancer rising. So that's the one most clear significance you could see when it comes into how she had her blow up that week. All right. It doesn't matter if she has any placements in Cancer, like we were saying early in the stream. Dominant Cancer, Sun, Moon, and risings. Okay, a lot of your temperament is directly correlated to the cycles of the moon. So, as a Cancer, Sun, Moon, rising, when the moon is working its way towards being a full moon, right? I don't know if it's waxing or waning, but when it's working its way to the full moon and it's accumulating energy, right? Then that is a great time to be pushing energy out, right? So this is coming off of a new moon. Okay, so when you get to the full moon as a Cancer, Sun, Moon, rising, you're gonna feel heavy with energy, regardless. Even if even if you haven't been placing a lot of energy into things to have a large receive back of energy, you got strong Cancer placements. The moon is full, so you're already sensitive to the subconscious more than other individuals by default. So being on a full moon, you're sensitive to everything in the world. So the best thing is to chillax as a Cancer placement, as much as everybody else needs to take a chill pill, right? But sometimes when we have these moments when we release like that, we might have had a catastrophic situation in our relationship and released energy in a real extreme way, but it may have been needed. It made your spirit feel better. So that's the whole reason you have that spiritual explosion. Okay, the spirit can't hold shit in for that long, especially when it gets to a full moon transit. So as a Cancer placement, when it gets into a new moon, this is what, like I said, you guys can feel real giddy, real excited, very proactive. You could get goddamn exhaust yourself from just being so proactive, taking action on everything in their mother. All right. So, that's just that off rip. She's sick. This is mental breakdown. I'm not gonna call her childish. I'll definitely say she's sick though. Um, she's under the influence of something, and I notice water signs are lightweights, handling their liquor and other recreational substances, so they need to gauge when not to partake. That's a great point right there. That's a great part right there. She's obviously under some type of substance. Um, we could say she was drinking, but she was extra. I don't know. She was a little bit more ditzy, and I don't know. Like her discombobulation was given a little bit more than liquor, if you ask me. Okay, but that could have been a mixture of her drinking and a lot of the a lot of that fluid mixed with a lot of the fluid that was already in her, aka all her spiritual baggage starting to hit the surface around a full moon. Okay, it could have really been a mixture of that. I honestly feel like talking about her birthday experience really came from a hurt place. She still has some sacral damage she needs to work through. You hear her pain. You when she's expressing the second degree tear and everything, you know, I don't know how you could look at that and say that she's just whining about something, this, that, and the third. You can tell when I ain't gonna say you can tell because some people can't, but the way she's expressing that, that is something that was held in. She don't express that a lot to people, or something that she does hold close to her, or it has either, I don't know if scarred her is the word, but it definitely impacted her, you know, from a traumatic state. There's all type of things that women are affected by when they birth. All right, we have some mothers in the chat, so that's why we have to give her grace. She's going through her experiences, but um you could tell that her that was her reply to being asked about how she feels about her baby father. That's the first thing she said. Like, there's I want him to win. I delivered this, that, and the third, a baby for him. So, you know, knowing that she's a Cancer rising, okay, knowing that she's a Cancer rising, and knowing that she's a Pisces sun, and she's a 7-degree Pisces sun. This is an early degree Pisces sun. What do we know about early degrees? What do we know about that first decon of every constellation, 0 through 9 degrees? This is the most giddy, excited part of the constellation. This is the child. This is the kid. This is the adolescent stage. So, planets in these stages are jumping right into experiences, right? They're very proactive. Okay, they could be impulsive. Okay, so it's pros and cons to every placement, but this is the more youthful side of the constellation. So planets in this side of the constellation are jumping into things way more eagerly and impulsive. You're jumping into experiences, whether there's an expressive energy, whether there's a energy dealing with experiences, energy dealing with your intentions, whatever it is, you're pushing that out. The older part of the constellation, people with older placements, or in later degrees, in late degrees, they may be looking at the younger degrees like, you're gonna learn one day. You're gonna learn how to pace yourself one day. But there may be times that later degree placement, needs to be more proactive instead of being so much in a probably reflective, recollective, subconscious state about something. Needs to get up and be more giddy, like the youthful sign. So it also gauges experience level as well. But she's a 7-degree Pisces. So guys, she a Cancer rising 7-degree Pisces sun. If I'm dealing with a chick, if I meet a chick and she is a Cancer rising 7-degree Pisces sun, I already know what's up. I'm like, if I hug her, she gonna fall in love. If I hug her, she gonna really want to lock something in. If she ain't trying to play, she could say she's trying to play. She could say she's okay with just flowing. She could say that, but that ain't it. And because she's a Pisces, when it's time for the Boro, what are we doing? What is this? Like, I don't want to do a situationship. No, like, what are we doing? Like, is we gonna put a title? Like, what is this? She a Pisces sun and she a Cancer rising. It ain't gonna be direct like that 8 out of 10 times. She just gonna start doing subliminal, subconscious shit to lock me in. That's her nigga. That's how it's gonna go. All that water right there with a 7-degree sun in Pisces. Hell no. Hell nah. She gonna lock it in. I'm gonna check Astro Library to see if oh no, I don't even gotta check. This is her birth time. This is her actual birth time. So she a Sag moon. So she do have a combination of being a little out and about. Let's just say that. But I'm really I haven't even scratched the surface yet. So we just let's just get out the way that she got the moon energy, right? So that's indicator number one for the meltdown during that week, right? Now let's move on to this area because this is where all the good stuff is really at. This is all the good stuff is really at. All right. Now, what degree did the full moon peak this week? That motherfucker peaked at 7 degrees, y'all. It peaked at 7 degrees. Okay. Now, what do we say before the full moon, after full moon? These energies are picked up on damn near a week before and a week after full moon. We're still in full moon energies right now. So with the full moon making its destination, with the destination point already being 7 degrees Pisces, oh, she was already dealing with some revelations, okay? And her sun is in the ninth house. Her full moon was dealing with the ninth house. What's the ninth house dealing with? Your experiences. You got a full moon transiting your ninth house where your sun is already at. Your sun is already always paying attention to your experiences, expressing the knowledge and wisdom in this house, being seen for its philosophies, which she is seen for her philosophies about dating, this and the third. We're gonna talk about how she even became who she is. But that's what your sun is doing in that house all day. I'm a sun in the ninth house, right? So you're always expressing things like your philosophies, this and the third. You're seen for things about your knowledge, experience, this and the third, whether they're walking to people or not. Now, when you got the moon in there, when the moon is an activator, y'all. The moon is the activator. All right. The moon is the activator. So whether it's a full moon, new moon transit, or regular moon transit through a house or moving over one of your planets, it's gonna activate something. If not a field, a strong sense of reaction and helping you understand what to react to. All right. So if it's a full moon transit in her ninth house, in the house where she's already expressive in, things dealing with her experiences alone can trigger something. The ninth house is dealing with experiences. People that have a lot of nice ninth house placements are great storytellers. A lot of Sagittarius. You ever had a Sagittarius tell you a story? You start looking at the motherfucker like, nigga, was that a story or was that a Spike Lee film? Like a motherfucker. Like you need to write that script down like a bitch. Sagittarius got some good stories, man. Goddamn. So, damn, I'm a Pisces sun, 29 degree. Making that transition. You making a transition this your late degree. So you dealing with a lot of conclusion energy with your sun. Yep. So you're in a state of learning how to, you know, take a lot of initiative on what's on the subconscious. You don't spend too much energy in the subconscious at times, but that Aries energy picking up on that that sun picking up on that Aries energy. You know the sun loves some Aries energy. So when the sun be at the end of that Pisces cusp, it'd be like, boy, I can't wait to get boy, I can't wait to get out of this dream state and just push all this imagination out. That's your whole life healing self. Boy, I can't wait to just every time is the time to jump into expression. They don't know you was holding that in, that crave to push it out because you just being the subconscious, just daydreaming about pushing it out. That cusp go to work. A lot of psychics having energies in that cusp. A lot of people that know how to freestyle and improvise, all up in that Aries Pisces cusp. You always feel like you got to push some shit out. Sometimes just don't be ready yet though. Gotta soak on it a little bit. All right. What if the full moon is hitting the second house? You got to be careful of overindulgence with things in the material realm, but it could lead to a lot of opportunities. Bringing it could bring a lot of old opportunities back or old resources back. When opportunities for stability, security, promotions, and shit like that, loans and shit like that. I'm a Libra Sun, Scorpio, Moon, and Cap rising. Damn, you got all my energies. I wonder what that means. You me. That's all. You crazy like me. That's all that means. I can attest to this. Moon in the ninth house, Sun in the. All right. Right. So Sun in the ninth. Ooh, Amber G. You a Sun and Moon? You a Sun and Moon in the ninth house. So you are walking, you Moses in the flesh. You came out the womb writing scriptures. As soon as you came out the womb, gave a scroll to the doctor. I don't need a birth certificate here. My mom don't need that here. Take this scripture. I was working on this the last 3 months in that month. Give this to the motherfuckers in Ukraine. Trust me. Let them read this. This is gonna help everything. Like, first of all, baby Moses, you're looking at your mom like, I don't know what type of baby came out with a new version of Ephesians coming out the motherfucker womb. But that ass, so sun and moon in the ninth house, you hot, I know how stubborn you are at times, Amber G, when it comes into defending your spirituality. you Sometimes when it comes into like people trying to play astrology and spirituality or your crystals or make fun of your altar and all that, yeah, sometimes you could just let it rock, like whatever, you nigga, you don't know no better. So that's very hard to do with the sun and moon in the ninth house. That's very hard to do. That's very hard to do. You gonna jump into that. You gonna jump into preacher mode. You gonna have to take their ass to church. Yes, and I'm an Aries stellium. Wow, it's my life. I'm cracking up. That's how it be healing itself. Brother like a Libra and I both Aquarius rising, which mean I think we both have Pisces second house. Also, my Saturn in the Pisces. I'm a late degree Capricorn rising, so my chart is set up like an Aquarius rising chart. And yes, I got Pisces in the second house. Also, my Saturn is in Pisces. All right, that's dope. So you're born a couple years younger than me. Happy Saturn return. I mean, yeah, happy Saturn return. I'm Aquarius. All right, guys. So let's get back into it. So the full moon was making a destination landing right on her sun, guys. You feel me? So just like Amber G said, just like Amber G saying with her sun and moon in the ninth house, and she's saying I can be too stubborn. When you got why you think why are fire signs stubborn? Because fire signs see what they see. Fire signs see what they see. Okay? It's hard to tell somebody something different. They're not looking at what you're looking at. That's why fire signs can be unrealistic. That's why fire signs can be they're not as the most practical folks. Now they make a hit album. I tell you that. I tell you that right now. They'll see somebody else's future like a motherfucker. I tell you that now. They intuitive as hell. They just don't know how to slow down. And what they be seeing ain't what we be seeing. All right. But when I do say they see so much, they're very futuristic, could be ahead of themselves at times. All right. So this is just another example of how our powers could work against us at times. So trying to get an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo to see what you see or see what the 30 other people in the room see, that could be a little uphill battle at times, depending on what Aries, Leo, Sagittarius you dealing with. And then what are their rulers? Aries ruler is Mars, the individual. So not only do I see what I see, motherfucker, I am, bitch. I am. So at this point, it don't even matter what y'all see. I see what I see, and that's all that really matters. I don't even care about what y'all see. So that's that attitude. Then you got the sun in Leo. How you even talking to me about anything about seeing and sight and trying to navigate my sight somewhere? Do you know literally who you talking to? Like, it wouldn't be no sight without me, bitch. So then you got that shit with Leo. Then Sagittarius, what's their ruler? Jupiter. Oh shit. Oh shit. Try to teach me what? Teach me who? Nigga, I'm the guru around here. Niggas in my hood, I'm the one giving guidance around here. Like, my preacher come to me. My preacher called me when he got problems in his life. He mad I don't be coming to church a lot. He want me in staff and everything. That nigga called me. What you trying to get me to see? I'm the one making other people see too. That's Sagittarius shit too. Like I'm the one make other people see. What you about to make me see? Like, you need to pay attention to what I'm making them pay attention to. So it get deep with the fire signs. It get deep in the fire signs when you talk about ideologies and what they see. Fire signs could get lost in ego energy, or better yet, blinded. So when we get into the full moon activating her sun in the ninth house, if you are in tune with Britney Renner, she's popular because of her outlandish ideologies about things. That is how she got popular. All right. She's a very attractive woman. All right. So she fell into like the video vixen, Instagram model type of thing. So she was just that. It wasn't nothing to it. She could have just been that. But once she started expressing her philosophies and outlooks on things dealing with relationships, things dealing with what the fuck she has a stellium in with Saturn, Venus, and Mars, her outlook on outside relationships, relationships in the world. Once she started expressing all that, she started ruffling feathers, started becoming this polarizing figure. I think she has a book out. I think she has books and shit. You feel me? She give me Superhead vibes. I don't know if some of y'all too young in here. Y'all don't know nothing about no Superhead. She give me a lot of Corinne Steffens vibes. All right. So I have a video on my YouTube talking about how you could grow your status, how you could build status in your life simply by using your sun placement. A sun in the ninth house motherfucker could just jump out in the world and start expressing their philosophies about things, their beliefs about things, and it don't matter whether people are resonating with it or not, agreeing or not. It could cause some attention there. It's gonna cause some attention. It might be some beliefs that it has a whole other expanded outlook on it, depending on the sign that also alters how the message is expressed. She's a sun in Pisces. You feel me? So she kind of connects with a lot of people. She knows how to connect with I ain't saying she does this all the time. I ain't saying this is what she was doing in the interview just now. All right. And Pisces, don't get your panties all up in a bunch. But you ain't never seen nobody know how to play victim until you met a Pisces Samurai. You ain't never met somebody know how to play victim until you met a Pisces sun, moon, rising. They is great. They A1, A plus, 10 out of 10, 4 stars, 5 stars. Pisces know how to manipulate your subconscious, bro. When they in that type bag, all right. She a best-selling author. Look. Any advice for people whose seventh house is in Leo now that Venus's retrograde is ending? I just posted a video about things to keep in mind as Leo, Venus is going direct in retrograde. And you could also, if you haven't watched my live stream that I did when Venus was going retrograde in Leo, because that'll give you the foundation of what you was even supposed to be learning in that house. And if you just combine those two videos, you'll get a great outlook on what you on solutions in that area if you're looking for any. So what type of people should we date? People that reflect the healed version of you, the grown version of you. You have a lot of Libra and Scorpio energy, so you have to make sure you're not holding anything heavy within you from past relationships, and you're moving in a more transparent manner, and you don't feel like you got to be somebody else when it comes into your relationship life based off of what you might have experienced in your past. Your Libra Sun Scorpio, so you may have had a lot of relationship activity. I was talking to somebody and they was telling me how they don't want to tell nobody, they don't want to tell none of their future partners what they've been through with one of their exes, because they feel like that person's not going to respect them as much because they let one of their ex get away with murder. And they were like, no, I'm never telling none of my other partners about what I've been through, because they're gonna think they get that same leeway. And so you could probably get into some of that type of energy having the Libra Scorpio. That's really more so the Scorpio Capricorn energy. Start withholding that thing, start to make you feel like you can't be as transparent. But when people ask me questions like that, who should we date? As I get older and I learn more about relationships and also looking at things from a spiritual point of view, we can't think that we come into this world with all type of soulmates and soul ties and this, that, and the third, and think that we can't be in a state to receive something. So a lot of the times we're in a state where we think we need to go out and get something and do something to maybe attract a partner or a relationship, when it could just come down to working on being the best version of yourself for when that person shows up. Because how do we know if we had to look at the ratio of how many people fuck up soulmate situations in comparison to how many soulmate relationships see its successful potential, I'm pretty sure people messing them up more than they're creating long-term unions. Why is that? Because a lot of us probably ain't spiritually ready. So we just keep going lifetimes with different relationships, you know, different type of situations, situations with people who were meant for us, who we were spiritually connected with or whatnot, but they expired quick. I gotta understand, guys, our lives, we live this long life. You feel me? But we can never forget how long we've been doing this. All right, how long if we've been living so long and experiencing so long, you know how much people you connected to, you know how much other new potential there is, this, that, and the third. So it's just like questions like that with relationships. What type of person should I date, Boro? What type of sign? Is it gonna be this sign? Nah, it's gonna come down to you wanting to attract a version of your best self, you know? And that could sound very cliche because it's not always that simple. But I can tell you this, I do know there's situations where people ain't spiritually ready for what they think they want. Because what you think you want may challenge you in a way you never been challenged before. But that's that. Um, I'm a sun in fire, yes, 100% stubborn also. Oh, Taurus, oh my God. Oh my, I don't wanna have no arguments or debates with you. We see shit before it happens. Yes, y'all do. Shake my head, Leo Moon and my Mercury and Cancer in the 8th house. So I see and I know what I know, but yeah, I can get carried away. The self-awareness is great. I'm loving it, y'all. I'm loving it. Damn. He brought out Superhead. She giving me big Superhead vibes. Superhead's an accountant now from pouring the bookkeeping. Look at God. Sierra, you knew that was gonna make me laugh. I think you knew that was gonna make me laugh. I see Belle Papillon laughing at that too. She must have some transformative energies in that 10th house. She got Pluto, Mars. Her career changed drastically. Some extreme changes too. It's like, damn, if you would have went into like, counseling young women or something, I don't know, would have made sense. Bookkeeping, niggas in the building like, yo, bro, come here. Like, what, nigga? I just got to work, nigga. What? Nigga, fuck, who's working? Nigga, look who's working here. Nigga, it's lit. Niggas is trying to go crazy at work. Oh shit. Nah, y'all crazy. Y'all making me play too much now. I ain't even get to no placements yet. Superhead show up at niggas' workspace. Niggas gonna lose their fucking body. Niggas is fucking their marriage up. Everything. You speaking facts, bro. Our own better versions attract better versions. Yeah, oh boy, you sound like you fell in love before. Sound like that. Boy, like you leave. Are you in a relationship? I don't think strong Taurus energy aligns well with my chart. No, I'm not in a relationship. You don't think strong Taurus energy aligns well with your chart? What you said your shit was? My bad. I'm in the call. Yo, a lot of new shit. What's your what you just said your time was? Sagittarius sun, Aquarius rising. I don't think strong energy aligns with my chart. But you're Aquarius rising, so you and Tauruses could butt heads with like who's smarter. Y'all can have like smart ass competitions with each other, but y'all can't help stabilize the hell out of each other. I keep fixed signs help other fixed signs understand other fixed signs more than cardinal and mutable signs do. Superhead is Scorpio in the 6th house. I pay attention to Juno. I don't really put that much significance a part of Fortune and Vertex. I'm honestly still studying those alignments like that, but Juno for sure. Juno keeps us connected to things. I'm about to break down an asteroid with her actually. So let's get back into this. All right. So yeah, full moon activating her philosophies about the seventh house. So she's gonna jump into whatever. See, that's the thing. If you see other clips of the interview, she starts, expressing all different type of things, but you can see the energy of her jumping into philosophy mode and what sorry, y'all. You can see the energy of her jumping into philosophy mode, and you gotta think about it. When we look at where the most of her activity in the chart is at, she has 3 planets in Aquarius. All right. So she has a very alluring appearance. Seems sweet, you know. But once you start hearing her communicate, if you don't know nothing about Aquarius energy, it's very sharp. It's very sharp. Like sometimes Aquariuses get bad reps for being super cold hearted. Not every Aquarius is like super cold hearted, but their moments of coldness can make somebody think that, oh my, like it can ruffle some feathers, and make you think like, I don't want to see a sustained version of that. All right, when they communicate things from a insensitive place, but knowingly, like, no, I don't care, she or he needs to know this because they're playing themselves or they're trying to play me. This one gonna go to the gut, but I really don't care right now. Those type of statements or forms of expression could either be very disrespectful, very cold-hearted, So the way her demeanor in there with all them niggas in there, and she a Sag moon. I already said Sagittarius energy is very reckless. Sagittarius energy is very reckless. So the sun is just an expression. So she's gonna have a way of connecting when she expresses herself. There's gonna be some type of emotional stance behind how she expresses herself. But her sun is in the 9th house, and she's a moon in Sagittarius. So if we're talking about expressing what you believe and feeling what you believe, it's one thing expressing what you believe. When you express what you believe, it leaves a chance to be able to see and pay attention to other expressions. When you expressing, you feeling heavy on what you expressing at the same time. This is when you can start sinking too deep into ego energy, and it kind of could blind you. And I think that's what happens a lot with her. And the internet is always going to have enablers, so it doesn't matter how she conduct herself. It don't matter how she conduct herself that way. There's gonna be people that feel her. It's gonna be people that connect with her. It's gonna be people that understand her. She got her moon presence is gonna do that. Like Cancer placements is all that water just between her sun and her being a Cancer rising. She's going to make you feel for her. I promise you. Once again, I'm not trying to downplay her experiences and seeing how she may have been speaking from a real raw space, but that's what she's going to do. That's what she naturally can do. All right. She may have kept a lot of niggas in her pocket doing that. Okay. So reckless, yes. Yes. If you're not familiar with her, she just is crazy. It's crazy. You know, she went viral once talking about how, athletes are just so dumb. She says if you want to get rich, just have sex with an athlete, they don't use condoms. So she said something like that a while ago, and then she ended up getting pregnant by a NBA player. So they was tearing his ass up. They was tearing his ass up. They was like, how do you get a chick pregnant that just speaks, amongst men, especially of your industry like that? And their dynamic is very funny because he's a Virgo. So here we go with the opposites. Here we go with the opposites. Okay. A lot of people like to say she was grooming him. All right. He played 1 year in college at Kentucky, and she was spotted at some of the games. So, when you're a freshman in college, how old are you? 18, 19? Um, so, and we already know Virgos. are also top 5 signs that fall hard. I'm not trying to come off like some super like like some super flashy, super pimp player guy. I'm not trying to come off like that with what I'm about to say, but a lot of the times I heard some of my homies being like fake emotional and like hurt and like distressed about shit with women or like situations being like taken advantage of by women. A couple of them been my Virgo homies. I ain't gonna lie. So we not. I just don't say that with women. Like a couple of them been my Virgo homies. I'm like, bro, I'm so how why do I gotta touch if you don't shake this shit off? You shouldn't have been in this situation. How should he get you even caught up like this? How much money she took from you? Like so I be having to tell some of my Virgo bros tighten up. So Virgos in general, it should get a little ditzy with them when they start dealing with the love vibration, just like should get a little ditzy with Pisces when they start dealing with the love vibration. Do I believe her when she says she really love that nigga this down a third? To an extent, yeah. Because I know I'm not unaware of how she potentially may have been looking at him as a ticket out. I just can't be unaware. Just neglect that. But seeing how she has energies that do influence somebody wanting to crave connection, she craves connection. So that's why something is really going on here with her upbringing or what she got going on with her spiritual baggage, because the way she's expressed herself, you know, could contradict that at times, and we all contradict ourselves energetically a lot of the times. Does anybody in here not have a square or opposite? Okay, so my Venus sign is in Libra. I thought she was fussing with Charleston, but it was the other guys. So it's confusing. It's crazy, Dawn. Like she started like flirting with him, and then she just poured water on them. But yeah, I kind of got some explanation for that shit too. I didn't see the full clip. The people that did the podcast, they didn't drop the full interview yet, and everybody's in the comments like, "Yo, y'all losing out on so much money. Like y'all really rookies to YouTube. Like y'all should have been dropped this full interview. Why y'all still uploading clips? I don't know what they do." I didn't see the full clip. This was the most I seen the interview. Most of the blogs I saw just from were like 15-second clips. I'm glad I see more footage because it makes more sense now. Yep. Right. A lot of the clips you're just gonna see her. If you just seen clips, I'm sure it's not gonna say it's not really about none of the postpartum. Her expressing anything about that is just about the water, the dancing, this, that, and the third. And it doesn't mean I still condone that behavior, but I'm sure for the internet, it just niggas was just clipping that up crazy. She had some major imbalance. That wasn't just a temper tantrum. Nope. Last thing I saw with Charleston, he was cutting up for a box. Yo, he was going. His little scrawny. He was getting right though, Dawn. I can't. I hope I get to see the boxes right. I hope his ass really box somebody. What do strong cancer placements mean when you say they can make you feel for them? They have domain over moon energy, and moon deals with connection and understanding. So their vibe alone can make you start feeling for a connection that you have together with them. And this don't even have to be an intimate thing. You might have met somebody at work. You started, somebody new at work. You start talking to them. They seem mad, cool, this and that, and third. You start be like, nah, this the homie, like this the bro right here. Or like, hold on, this is homegirl, mad, cool, this and that, and third. They probably had strong ass. I mean, obviously, could have been other energies why y'all just gel so well. But cancer placements, they could just pull you in. The moon gravitates, is a receiver. So cancers could connect to people, places, and things, and kind of gravitate energy. This is why when they kind of have resistance trying to change the environment of something, this is when they could start getting frustrated because they're used to kind of reeling certain things in in a way, or having that influence in their relationship at times. So if it's like a goal or aspiration and a cancer is being forced to take more time with it or go through a little bit more obstacles, then that could be overwhelming more than it looks like. You may have, if you have any cancer sun moon rising people that look at them trying to get something done when they haven't even been doing it for that long. Like something that should take a couple months to do, they'll feel frustrated by not getting it done in a couple of weeks. And it's like, yo, what's the problem? It's like, nah, I'm just trying to get this done. It's like, you just started that shit, but they want to reel it in now. The moon moves quick. So that sometimes cancers, it's underrated how much we don't talk about how they be needing to work on their patience. Cancer be needing to work on their patience like a mother. You feel me? So water signs in general can make you feel for them. Water signs in general. Water signs in general. Air signs, earth signs express things and say things that make you think. Make you think. Start moving things around in your head. Water express some shit you start feeling. You start feeling about shit. You start feeling past experiences about shit. Fire signs express shit or whatnot. They throw you into a futuristic state, aspirational state, help you to see some shit state, help you to have more clarity about something state, or charge you up state. So, that's just all that means for real. Most men don't use condoms. As a woman, I've had to be responsible for providing protection because niggas just don't. I had a bro tell me he went to get a checkup and his doctor said some shit like a high ass number of people don't use condoms, like 70-80% or something. Being a basketball player don't got nothing to do with that. Hello, ladies, strap up regardless who you with. My sun and moon opposite. Same with Mars and Jupiter. Shit sucks. Yep, you could be a little walking ball of contradiction at times. I'm a sun square moon myself, so sometimes we don't act on what we truly feel. And we don't, and then what we act on sometimes that ain't how we truly feel. He hit that man with a pickle. Fight over. Water signs in general can be good at manipulating emotions. They can be the masters. They could be the masters of it. Cancer makes you feel comfortable, right? And when people are comfortable, ain't that when we drop our guard? So when you talk about water signs can make you feel, if anybody ever got manipulated by a water sign, listen, if you got manipulated by a water sign because they made you comfortable, it made you feel understood. You got manipulated by an air sign, boy, they talk to you. They talk to you and shift your thoughts about shit. You got manipulated by a fire sign, they probably sped you up. They probably sped you up. You ever have somebody somebody need you got to give somebody money to do something and they just can't relax. Like, yo, bro, I said I'm gonna send you the money, this, that, and the third. Like, all right, I'm just saying I'm trying to get it done. It's like, yo, it's like at this point, whatever business venture it is, you don't even want to do it no more. It's like, yo, you too anxious. You making me feel like this is a scam, not an investment no more. Fire signs probably manipulated you because they sped you up. They had charisma. Like, no, I'm gonna go do that. Yeah, we gonna do the charisma, the gassed you up, probably helped you, made you see what gassed you up to see some shit like, oh, that do sound good. Yeah, we should do that scam. It's gonna make this much. Yeah, fire sign gassed your ass up. You ain't even get to say how much words you said when they told you was gonna do that scam with them and you was gonna get this much money. How much words did you get in when they was talking? Then you start realizing like, oh shit, I ain't really say much. They ain't really give me a chance to really speak. Like, yeah, they sped your ass up. All right. And who I said earth signs? Earth signs just manipulate. Earth signs manipulate you on some strategical shit. They just know how to make you like they just hella strategical. Like it's just like they gonna tell you something. They're just gonna like play on your weaknesses. You know, like this person's pretty desperate and gullible for money. We just gonna tell them we giving them this much so they could relax, so we could really just bounce and block them from everything that's in there. Earth signs ain't got time to be all giddy and expressive. You might have them earth signs too. Them earth signs that could talk. Them earth signs that's real savvy talk communicators. The earth signs with the air Mercuries. So the Capricorns with Mercury's and Aquariuses. The Tauruses with Mercury's and Geminis. And the Virgos with Mercury and Libras. Those the ones that you gotta tell them to slow it down. Like those the ones you make sure you tell them, I'm gonna give you a couple of days to think about what you just told me. Don't let they speed your them right there. Woo! Them earth suns with them air Mercuries, walking hustlers. Walking hustlers. All right. We Cancer signs know we can manipulate energy the second any impure intentions pop out. Just keep the sound. Now imagine a Leo with air and the moon rising. My daughter got a turn. All right, yeah. So boom. Now, before the full moon made its destination on her sun, you gotta understand it had to pass this area. If y'all go back to my breakdown of energies for the week, if y'all go to the breakdown, you're gonna see me talking about how guys, we really have to be careful uh in the house that we have Aquarius in. All right, the moon is gonna peak in Pisces, but the moon still is pretty heavy transiting the sign right before the sign it peaks. So when it comes into your Aquarius house, when it comes to anything dealing with groups, relationships, anything dealing with community, anything dealing with group endeavors, partnerships, and all that, keep your eye out for certain things. Keep an eye out for how other people express themselves in these spaces, and how you conduct yourself, express yourself, or react in these spaces. So that was just the full moon getting ready to peak, in Pisces, but transiting Aquarius. So she got a whole Aquarius stellium. Where's her Aquarius stellium at? It's covering the 7th and the 8th house. So so starting the week, her full moon week was the 7th, 8th, and 9th house. All right. Now that podcast, you feel me? Her doing that, that's is all up in relationship energy. The 7th house is the house that starts your connection to the external realm. All right. So she's already dealing with a bunch of people she's interacting with. But passing through these energies right here, her Mars and Venus, you gotta understand, she has Mars and Venus in the 8th house. So this is significant for a couple of reasons. Well, for one, this is really why she has a very strong promiscuous nature right here. These placements right here. It may be a combination of a little bit other things too, but her promiscuity, this is what it is. All right. And Aquarius rules nudity. So with Mars being in the people that have Mars in Aquarius, these gonna be some of the most free spirited people you ever seen. All right. They could come off free spirited with their ideologies and their beliefs about things, and they will fight for their beliefs about things. They can transform a lot of other people's ideas and rally up a lot of other people for the same passions and intentions they have. Very powerful placement. All right. Well, I be saying a lot of placements is very powerful placement, but all I really be doing is just saying the power in the placement. Every placement has power, but that's just how shit work. But yeah, when you look at Aquarius and nudity and all of that, that's why people with a lot of Aquarius placements, they can end up, if you look at people that's into sex work a lot, try to look up the birthdays and shit of famous porn stars or people that do sex work a lot. They're gonna have a lot of them have Aquarius placements. You feel me? And it's not just because it deals with the influence of nudity, but you have to understand it's also dealing with media, propaganda, production, and partnerships, commerce, business partnerships. You mix all of that up. You get. I think porn. I don't even like. I don't know if you say that word on YouTube like that, but come on, y'all. Gotta hit the rulership book. Gotta hit the rulership book real quick. Gotta hit the rulership book real quick. I'm pretty sure Aquarius rules adult content. Yeah, well, okay. Pluto. It's an 8th house influence. All right. It's a good book, y'all. This is a good book, y'all. The rulership book. Rulership book by Rex E. Bells. Somebody gave me this a gift a while ago. One of my favorite previous B-Day gifts. All right. Shout out to all my Libras. We right around the corner, as you heard. But so yeah. So for one, she got all that goddamn Aquarius activity in Aquarius. Then it's in the 8th house. It's mixed in the 8th house too. It's mixed in the 8th house too. Now, first of all, this is a very a lot of mediums are Cancer risings, and this is one of the placements that they're able to channel well, because the Aquarius also deals with channeling, messaging, and not just channeling and messaging, but we know it's dealing with uh like consciousness on higher levels. It's dealing with abstract thought, the unknown. So when you have Aquarius in the house with the 8th house, this is why they're able to channel a lot of them, or they may have influences in their life that they're connecting with spirits that transitioned and whatnot. So it get deep with Cancer risings just based off of that one placement too. But with all this activity here, especially Venus being in the eighth, that's another one. Venus in the eighth house. So everything dealing with love matters. It's you hold it so deep. All right. I am a Venus in air in the eighth house. All right. So when you have Venus in the eighth house, it's debilitated here. Okay. So when it comes into connections, it can have a sense of vulnerability with it. It may want to keep things private, doesn't like a lot of light spotlight on their relationships in general. And then on top of that, sometimes they may bail out in situations when it comes into, expressing how much you like or love somebody, receiving that somebody really likes or love you. When you start getting to the depth of a connection, even though that's what you crave with a Venus in the eighth house, sometimes you could jump into extreme energies over love matters. You could be extreme in love matters. You can attract people that always have hidden agendas. I don't want to say always, but you can attract a lot of people with hidden agendas with love matters. Venus in the eighth house is going to teach you how to read between the lines in love matters a lot of the time. All right. But it's a strong sense of vulnerability when it comes into developing strong, intimate connections. So people with Venus in the eighth house, the moment something went left, their first like real detrimental heartbreak or something in life, Venus in the eighth house, depending on other placements that they got that may be able to help them with the subconscious and whatnot, which she's a pretty intuitive woman. She's a pretty intuitive woman. And intuitive doesn't always mean that you conduct yourself in the best with the best behavior. That doesn't always mean that. All right. But you know, yeah, the full moon transiting over a Venus in the eighth house, or a heavy moon transiting over her eighth house area, that's a lot for her. That's a lot for her. And that was not the week for her to be on a podcast. This is why she should have been, this is why she need to be watching this. That was not the week for her to do any of that. It's not the week was doing it the week before. You should just cancel all of that for this month. Tell him tell Charleston White, reschedule and all that. Don't worry, that nigga got a lot of interviews to do that. Catch, what is she, a Pisces? You could have waited till Scorpio season for this. You could have waited for Scorpio season for this. You could have waited till the sun got in the water season. You feel me? The sun is her third house too. The sun in her third house right now. So she already be talking all that goddamn Aquarius energy. She already be talking. Her being a Cancer rising, where's her moon at? Her moon in the sixth. But we already said sun in the ninth house, very expressive of their philosophies. Moon in Sagittarius, expressive and very reactive towards their beliefs and philosophies, right? But then when you get into that a full moon transiting over an air sign that got a lot of activity in it, and then she got her sun in a communicative house. Oh, she is in communication mode. She like I said, that's all that shit should have been canceled. All that shit should have been canceled. All right. Because you gotta understand, her sun is transiting her third house right now. What planet she got in her third house? Jupiter. Why is this significant? When you look at her Jupiter, y'all, it's opposite the sun. Her Jupiter is in Virgo. Her sun is in Pisces. This is the only planet that's opposite to her sun. So that's very significant, because any planet that's opposite to your sun is something that you're going to be challenged this whole lifetime, learning how to express it properly, learning how to be seen for it properly. You're always forced to express it. You're always forced to take action on it. You deal with pressure having to be seen for it. Okay. Now understand this happens at times with other alignments with your sun too. Like a sun, if your sun is sextiling or trining another planet, it's everything I just said. You're gonna be forced and to be seen for this. Is just that since it's a trine, you do it harmoniously. You do it more naturally. You do it without a force, But it's activity to your sun. So it don't matter if it's a square, an opposite, or a harmonious alignment, a conjunction. I have sun conjunct Jupiter. So me and her are being forced to be seen for our knowledge and wisdom, period. We're being forced to do that. All right. she has more resistance doing it. You feel me? Because her knowledge and wisdom and where she's developing her beliefs is in an opposite sign, you know, but her son is still picking up on that contact. So when she expresses it, sometimes she's expressing it in an opposite way, you know. Her knowledge and wisdom is there. It's just that her tool to express it and be seen for it clashes from it. So at times we see the alignment. At times you can see her express some shit that makes some sense from a wise perspective. It's like, okay, there we go. She's getting the sun and Jupiter aligned. There we go. Because that's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna learn how to do with your opposites and squares. You're gonna learn how to get them to work with each other, you know. So having her sun opposing Jupiter, every time she's in the spotlight, she's expressing herself, whether she know it or not. We're looking at her like, how smart is she? How wise is she? How dumb is she? That's the first thing we're looking at because it's the opposite to her sun. It's the opposite to her sun. So I would have told her as, you know, it's nice to have to go on a podcast. You got the sun hovering over your Jupiter, right? Your knowledge and wisdom. I ain't gonna lie, it depends. It actually depends. Because if you a fool, that's gonna be seen. You can't hide it, that transit. You gotta go on a podcast and you a dumbass nigga, and the sun transit in your Jupiter. We're gonna see the lack of your Jupiter. But somebody that got some goddamn sense, some goddamn wisdom there, sun transit in Jupiter, oh, you're gonna be able to give that off. You're gonna be able to be seen for it around that transit some more. Okay. Now the thing is, also with her having Jupiter in the third house, sometimes she takes her thoughts and her logic and she makes it a belief. She makes it spiritual law. That's the oxymoron in the third house. The third house is dealing more with analyzation and details and observing things and magnifying things and you know, literacy and thoughts and critical thinking. That's the third house. She has Jupiter in there. And we also know she has a lot of Jupiter energy in general, right? We know she is a Pisces sun. We know she is a Sagittarius moon. What sign is Jupiter exalted in? Cancer. She's a Cancer rising. So you can see when you have a lot of her whole big three is all the Jupiter signs. So when you have this so much Jupiter energy, you kind of have a little golden hand. You know, you could touch situations and make them expand, make them get some clout. You know, you could gas other people up in a positive way, aka enlighten people, inspire people, right? Make people aware of things. Um, you could gas them up in a negative way, right? You need somebody to do crime with you, but you're just using them. Somebody with a lot of Jupiter energy could gas this person up to get it done for them to just use this person real quick. So, uh, but a lot of Jupiter energy can turn into a lot of ego energy. All right, because all this knowledge and wisdom and series and experiences in your life where you may have got the pat in the back for being able to enlighten others, teach others, be the knowledgeable one, that could develop an ego. How many of our conscious teachers have we been watching in the internet era turn into different people after they got some praise, you know, and built a community, and you know, either too much power, too much ego changed them to another person, and it's easy to see what their son turned into, right? It happens all the time in the spiritual community. So, um, and if you just know Brittany Renner, that's the thing. If you know Brittany Renner and how she expresses herself, she really expresses things about relationships and whatnot. Like she's some whole, like she be like the demeanor she expresses it with is as if like, hey ladies, I have a revelation. This is gonna change everything for y'all. Like she speaks with that type of demeanor, with that type of, I'm like, you ain't teaching nobody nothing. She might say something a little smart here and there, this, that, and the third. But regardless, because her sun in the ninth, she got that moon energy. She gonna give it off like that. It ain't no lack of confidence when I'm giving off what I believe I know. No, not with all that Jupiter energy. No. Excuse me. Her baby daddy's a Virgo. He's probably going crazy. They driving each other crazy because he's technical. And she got all that goddamn Jupiter, Mercury and Jupiter. So they're opposite energies, but they're very alike, right? They're very alike. They both deal with learning, soaking up information, knowledge. Is Jupiter more philosophical. Mercury is, you know, all technical with it. So if you look at Mercury and Jupiter, look at it like the uncle and the very young nephew. very young nephew, not Mars nephew, not like, going to go watch Mars at his high school basketball game, like Mercury. Mercury is in fifth elementary school. So when Jupiter come pick Mercury up for an uncle nephew day, this little nigga is curious as hell, running all over the place, almost got hit by a car. And Jupiter's like, God damn it, this boy's so damn smart. Bring your ass over here. Like, you gonna get some wisdom one day, but nigga smart as hell start telling Jupiter shit he don't know. Like, God damn, you right. I ain't know that shit. Like, you feel me? But Jupiter know how to be taught though. So they got that type of relationship, It's like Jupiter be like looking at Mercury like, and Mercury sometimes be feeling like you need to get more defined. Like, you need to study some more, uncle. You need to learn how to use Google. I don't need that shit. I got real wisdom, kid. That's the problem. Y'all has got the goddamn internet, don't know how to figure out life for yourself. Every problem y'all want to go to goddamn Google. That's how the old heads be talking. Google ain't gonna save your life. Do you think I had motherfucking Google back in the 70s? Do you think there was Google in the crack era? Huh? They drafted me and your daddy. All right? I don't know the half. I just be making characters up, yeah. So I told y'all eventually I got to get into this film game. I'm going to get it in there. You got to make use of a Neptune on your ascendant. You got to make use of it. It's already a fucking film up here every fucking day. So there's a bunch of characters in this motherfucker. I got to monetize these niggas. Shout out to my Neptune and Capricorn generation. Gonna monetize. That's our favorite word, like a motherfucker. Neptune and Uranus, Capricorn. Monetize that bitch. Who that? That's that's my new girlfriend. Yeah, I'm gonna figure a way to monetize her ass. Damn, nigga, you finna monetize your girl? This Capricorn ass nigga trying to monetize. This Earth sign trying to monetize everything. Damn. Yeah, I got these kids, man. They so talented. I'm just trying to figure out which route. I don't know if I want to Jackson 5 day ass. I don't know. I'm thinking about a little family YouTube, but yeah, I'm just thinking about a way to monetize their ass. Earth sign, stop using everybody for monetization. Yeah, I don't know. This little one right here this is my little 4-year-old. He remind me of Tito. He the one that's giving me the Jackson 5 vibes. He remind me of Tito. He versatile. Wasn't Tito the one playing the guitar sometimes too? What's the Jackson 5 song? I feel like singing the song. I can't think of no Jackson 5 songs right now. I was about to say, I've got sunshine. That's how y'all motherfuckers would have just left the stream like, all right, boy, you know what? We really tired of you. Get the people together. It's the goddamn Temptations. I've got sunshine. This nigga come out for a talent show. All right. We have Boro representing the 5th grade class. He's gonna be singing a Jackson 5 song. Nigga come out. Dum 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 dum. I've got sunshine. This is like, wait, hold on. DJ, you playing the wrong shit. Fuck this nigga singing up here. That's David Ruffin. That is not Mike. Can't get none right with these kids in 2023. They don't even know they don't know their bands. They don't know nothing. All they know is Lil Uzi and this what's this shit, right? That's that shit. That's all the fuck they know. They don't know. I've got sunshine. We went from I've got sunshine to God, what's wrong with what's my people? What's coming to my people, man? We trying to, don't you see us on the live stream right now, God? We trying to use this astrology right now to get us right. We using the tarot, we using everything, God. All right. I got some tarot readers, everything in the chat. It's just crazy down here, but we using the tools right now. We trying to get it together. Okay. So, all right. So yeah, guys, this Sun opposing Jupiter thing is huge, especially with her Sun being in her. So basically, you gotta think about it. Not only she's a Pisces sun, like we're in her whole opposite season when it comes into expression and how to be seen. You ain't even got to be doing nothing wrong sometimes to be the opposite sign and get into some bullshit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes you ain't got to be doing nothing. Right now, Pisces is coming to work and niggas is like, this nigga. You like, what the fuck I do? I just clocked in. What the fuck wrong with y'all? I'm just saying. Pisces, sun, moon, rising. What the fuck wrong with everybody, right? It's Virgo season. You the opposite sign right now. You just opposing. Y'all don't be noticing that in your opposite seasons. Y'all bugging out. 2023 was feeling all good and dandy, especially for me. I start the year I'm a Capricorn moon, so I'm a Capricorn moon rising. Be New Year's. It's Capricorn season. Ooh, Aquarius season. Ooh, first house energy. Pisces season. Ooh, second house get me lit. As soon as Aries season hit, that shit through. I didn't get back into the same consistency and rhythm I had since Aries motherfucker season. All right. I took a motherfucking vacation to Hawaii. Listen, for a nigga that's an astrologer, there was times that I didn't utilize this shit the way I was motherfucking supposed to. And I was bugged the fuck out. All right. Sometimes my earth head ass do get caught up in reality a little bit. I do get caught. I ain't gonna lie. That's part of my spiritual journey right there. I'm trying to find the balance out this motherfucker. I ain't had the same type of regiment since Aries season. That shit had me discombobulated since then. Your opposite season will throw you in a loop. All right. So Virgos, you better embrace this right now. Y'all even when you don't got everything going in your favor during your sun season, the energies are in your favor. So you need to do as much as you can to catch up and do whatever to use the energies in your favor until this shit go somewhere else. All right. So sometimes you gotta know what seasons getting your hit up. All right, you gotta know what season getting your hit up. Be able to take the hits, know when to not fight back. It's like, all right, niggas just mad because I'm the op right now. I ain't gonna waste no energy. Let me just get through this transit. All right, let me just get through, make the use of it. Let me learn. Okay, let me find a balance between these goddamn houses. All right, this is an energy I don't pay attention to like that. This is my opposite sign, so I really don't be paying attention to this shit like that, even though I'm be forced to pay attention to it because it's right across from me. Okay, so there's a lot of times in my life I see when I'm supposed to be using that energy, but I don't give a fuck a lot. AKA Aries, see Libra energy, don't know, sees the Libra energy. Know this is a time to be relatable. I don't give a fuck though. Taurus energy, you feel me? Know it's a time to be more compassionate about some shit and not look at something from a materialistic point of view or something from a transactional point of view. But nah, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that. We finna do what we want to do in the material land. Gemini, you feel me? We do this every time. Every Gemini getting too caught up in their ideologies, their perspectives about something, don't know how to expand their outlook and understand everybody go through different experiences and shit. You feel me? But no, you don't want to see it for that perspective. You just want to stay in your own little logic about some shit and think you can change other people's logic all the time just because you do it a lot. But you think that shit don't happen all the time, Gemini. Cancer. Your ass know damn well when it's time for your ass to get stabilized and deal with some type of practicality or put your emotions to the side for a situation. When you see a Cancer have a blow up situation in a time where that was not warranted, that you could have blew up any other time, Cancer, but now you chose to do that. It's the most unrealistic time for you to be dealing with your emotions like that. You think Cancer ain't know that when it was blowing up? I don't give a fuck. I wasn't holding all that shit in. Y'all motherfuckers could hold all that water in. I'm not. That's how the fuck I felt about it. I said what I said. Ain't that the shit y'all be? I said what I said, and that's period. That's that Cancer shit right there. Don't think motherfuckers that we don't be seeing the opposite way how to do. We see it. We just don't be wanting to use that way when it's time to use that way. That's all it is. That's all it is. You feel me? Yeah, relax. Mother, who's next? Who's next? Leo. Leo know damn well. There's a time where it's time for somebody else to get the stage. They know damn well they see Aquarius letting other people play different positions, Aquarius is open to playing different roles for the group, for the community, but no, Leo want to be David Ruffin all the time. all the goddamn time. Your expression matters all the time. Everybody got to pay attention to what you see all the time. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody come to see you, Aquarius. Stay your ass in the background. Don't be telling me how to use my sun. Virgo. Virgo know damn well when God be telling Virgo, if you don't just drop your shoulders, take a deep breath, drink water, and experiment, jump into that dream, you gonna get the rent paid. Don't you always get? When have you ever been behind on bills? When have you not ever took care of your debts? You gonna know you gonna take care of all that shit. Stop getting too stuck in reality and priorities and responsibilities to jump. Look at Pisces ass jumping. They still skydiving right now. They haven't landed yet. They look okay. Look at Pisces. Pisces wave back like it's okay, Virgo. When you skydive your lips and your face, it's okay, Pisces. Just jump. It'll be okay. That's how the motherfucking Pisces look at that motherfucking Virgo. And that's what Virgo be like, all right, bet, shit, you right. I am smart enough to know how to get, I work 6 jobs for, I'm going to pay my rent. I know you're going to pay your rent. Now, give your creativity some of that good stuff that you got over there. All right, jump. Live a little bit, Virgo. You got Libra. Damn well Libra see Aries ass knowing when to just be by themselves. Libra know damn well when it sees other motherfuckers doing what they got to do for them without having to need confirmation from somebody else on what to do. Libras be needing to ask other people, they close friends, on important decisions that they should make in their life because they trust their friends more than them, because Libra know people more than they know themselves a lot of the time. Ask their best friends, ask their mom, ask their partner something because they trust that person's judgment. They don't really trust their own. So to be honest with you, Libras can get lost from self. This is top 3 signs that can struggle with the who am I, with who I don't know who I am type, that journey. Libras easily, because you can spend too much of your life outside of your first house. All right. And that's why Aries be looking at you like, I don't know how you be all caught up in all that relationship. I couldn't imagine me. That's how Aries really be looking at us. Like, I couldn't imagine being, even when you're single, you with somebody. You never by yourself. Never doing something by yourself. Aries couldn't. Aries could not. Just like I said, when Libras is single, they not. When Aries in relationships, they not. That's how it works. That's how it works. Aries be in a motherfucking relationship, but don't be there, but be there. Like a motherfucker. They be there, but not there, but there. That's how they there. All right? Motherfucking Scorpio. Scorpio don't know. Scorpio know damn well they see how Taurus is keeping it. Taurus is keeping the surface level, not going too deep. Scorpio know damn well they see that shit. Like, no, it's not that deep. It's not time for me to be this extreme. I'm feeling way too hard on this shit right now. Even though I know it don't all the way make sense, but the passion I got is just, I can't just be feeling like this, all this shit for no reason, this heavy emotion for no reason. It got to get released into something. No, it don't. You need to transmute it. You finna release that shit on somebody else and go to jail. You better learn how to get that 8th house channel and transmutation shit popping. You see Taurus ass ain't going crazy all over the place when they get mad about some shit. You better learn how to take a chill pill like they ass. Keep that shit surface level. Keep it cool. You feel me? You could play a Taurus. They'll keep that shit cool. Like, all right, you know what? You ain't played me. You played yourself. All right? You played yourself. You don't know what you just lost. Okay? So, especially because a lot of Tauruses be in the giver position too. And a lot of people be leaning on their ass. All right? The Scorpios start to be the opposite. They have to, you break up with a Scorpio every day. Don't get revenge. Don't get revenge. Don't get revenge. Don't get revenge. Don't fuck this motherfucker up. Don't just pop up to their crib. Okay. Day 7. Let's go to sleep. That's what they gotta say before they go to sleep and wake up as they healing process. Because everything deep and heavy. Sagittarius ass know damn well. Sagittarius ass know damn well they see Gemini ass know how to keep shit close, keep shit local, keep shit in the surroundings. You know, even though Gemini and Sagittarius get a little unstable, Gemini be unstable in his little neighborhood at times. Gemini is stable in his own little local space. Sagittarius be reckless all over the goddamn place. Sagittarius take their recklessness from state to state. Sometimes Sagittarius don't just know how to be in their own little space. No, damn well you see Gemini knowing how to maneuver in their own little space. You want to be out and about everywhere, although have a piece of you everywhere. You international like a motherfucker. A piece of you is in Florida, another piece of you in Idaho, another piece of you in Antarctica, another piece of you in Hawaii, another piece of you is in the church, another piece of you in the mosque, another piece of you in this temple, another piece of you in this church, another piece of you at this astrology retreat. You even got your spirituality. You scattered like a motherfucker. You better get local, you better get to your local church, Sagittarius. All right. Shit. Capricorn know damn well they see Cancer being understanding about something dealing with emotion or learning or being sensitive, and not even Capricorn learning from Cancer how to be sensitive with other people to themselves. Capricorn know damn well they see Cancer looking at themselves, observing their own emotions and what's making them feel the way they do. Capricorn know they could take a picture out of that book. They could take a page out of that book and be like, you know what? I've been caught up so much in reality. I don't know how this shit been affecting my subconscious. When I really need to go talk to a therapist, see this, that, and a third, really see what's up in my subconscious. Hell nah, I got reality to deal with. I got some priorities, responsibilities to deal with. Cancer will put the priorities, responsibilities on the back burner to get emotionally, mentally right. A Cancer get into it, man, fuck that job. I'm fucked up right now. Nigga, mentally, I'm fucked up. I can't think. I don't give a fuck if they fire me. I'm going to that job. I can't even get. That's a Cancer. You probably don't want your Cancer employee at that job while they mentally, emotionally. You probably don't want your Cancer employee to come in that energy. You probably don't. Your Capricorn employee don't matter. That motherfucker will come in and get the job done. You know how many jobs I worked at? And it was motherfuckers always complaining in that shit. And it may have been some shit that I didn't like neither, but it was just so annoying to be around people complaining. I'm a get to work ass nigga, especially because I know how to understand that you can manipulate time. So when you go to work, if you got a job where you can you can stay busy, stay motherfucking busy. Y'all ass be thinking about getting out the motherfucker all day, and that motherfucker gonna feel like all day. You gotta learn how to manipulate the time at work, man. That shit annoying as hell. It's like nigga didn't quit. The fuck? Quit, bitch. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to stop the cussing, but sometimes you just need a little umph. That's it. Just a little razzle dazzle. Damn, come here with that negativity. I don't care about how I feel about this job. I'm an Earth moon. I don't care about how I feel. I know why I'm here. It don't matter about how I feel. Cancer. I don't like this environment. I mean, they could at least the communication. Man, what does your check look like? All right, that's all I care about. Give a damn how somebody talk to me in this shit. What does my check look like? A motherfucker can say fuck you for a good morning and fuck you as I'm leaving work every day. As long as my check look right, I don't give a fuck about nobody in this motherfucker. It's Capricorn. Sometimes Capricorn get too lost in what they building. It's like, yo, relax. Like, you can see what's going on in your subconscious a little bit. All right, take a note from Cancer. Sheesh. Okay. Aquarius, you know damn well. Aquarius, you know damn well. You be seeing Leo get all the praise for sometimes shit that they didn't even create. You be seeing Leo get all that spotlight. Sometimes Leo takes shit from other motherfuckers. Sometimes Leo's is good for that, man. That's another thing. We talk about Capricorn taking people businesses and shit. Leo take your shit and get credit for that shit and be seen for that shit too. So Aquarius know damn well they see Leo getting praise and sunlight for certain things that they created or remixed from somebody else, Victoria Lanes or some shit. That nigga was remix king, yeah, Leo. You take everybody's shit. How the fuck the nigga this nigga remixing my shit get more popping than my shit? Anyway, I thought my shit was bubbling for a couple of weeks. I thought my shit was about to be a hit. Then this nigga just Ain't nobody even listening to my version no more. The Leo done stole your spotlight. That's what it is. Leo stole your spotlight. Oh, little sunlight over here. You don't really know how to use it the way I know how to use it. All right. So don't let them have a Leo and Aquarius energies. They good for that. They good for that. But Aquarius be running from owning that spotlight. Aquarius be the one making the songs that Leo's stealing. Aquarius the songwriter. I'm like, go ahead, Leo, have that shit. I don't give a fuck about being seen for that shit. Aquarius, if you don't jump your ass on that goddamn stage, always trying to be in the management and executive robes. Nah, nigga, perform. Get some sunlight. Everything don't got to be so motherfucking Saturnish. Everything don't just got to be so transactional all the time. Relationships, everything. You could live a little, Aquarius. You could just, you're gonna be stable. Don't worry, you're gonna get stable. You got Saturn, you're gonna get stable. You're gonna be stable. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna attract situations to be stable and shit. But come on, get up on that stage, Aquarius. And then Pisces. Pisces, you know damn well. Pisces, you know damn well you see Virgo over there taking some time structure some shit realistically. You know damn well you see Virgo over there going to sleep at 9 and waking up at 7 like a motherfucker. While your ass is going to sleep at 7, waking up at 9 like a motherfucker. Pisces, I know you see reality going on with Virgo. I know you see that shit. When we be saying your ass is delusional, you delusional. You know what the truth is. You being delusional. You being in denial. I know you see the reality of what Virgo could fucking see over there. But no, you choose to be delusional. You choose to swim in your delusion, Pisces. You choose to swim in the imagination of what you're feeling. And that's your decision to do that. We all see the opposite energy that can bring solutions in our life, but no. All right. Back to the breakdown. So, guys, this area is very important right here. It brings the promiscuity. It brings the high sexual charge she has. Venus in the 8th house, that's enough already. You got the sign dealing with love, pleasure in the house of desires. So people that have this placement don't mean that they thotty. It don't really mean that. All right. Which it can manifest into that. People with Venus in the 8th house can actually feel very vulnerable dealing with connecting intimately. That's how it's gonna feel in true relationships, true emotional connections. So people with Venus in the 8th house, they can get caught up in their desires sexually. It's not just their desires from a from a sexual point of view. They could get caught up in their desires. Venus can overindulge in these things, but I'd be lying to say Venus in the 8th house, motherfuckers be addicted to sex. Is a lot going on with that nature there. All right. So if we look at it from a sexual perspective, we look at it from an intimate perspective. It goes deep. It goes very deep. You see somebody with Venus in the 8th house, Venus in Scorpio, and they're having a lot of sex. Like, it's one thing to have a promiscuous nature and not really have a lot of sexual activity. But if they have a lot of sexual activity with Venus in the 8th, Venus in Scorpio, that is, I mean, anybody just having a whole bunch of sex, like a lot, and with different partners, it really is coming from some trauma. So I'm not even about to condense that down to a placement. Like, if you just having no discernment with your sexual activity, that is stemming from a negative place. But Venus in the 8th house will have a life that creates these experiences because Venus gets exposed to these 8th house things, and that starts to mold the love language and how they deal with intimacy. So I have to point that out because, when it comes into her expressing like, motherfucker, I delivered a 9-pound baby for him. We don't know how deep you don't know how deep she's holding things from that relationship in general. I seen that. I look at her 8th house. I'm like, okay. Some things about her love language and some things about how she feels with her past relationships. She's getting funneled up out that 8th. It's gonna funnel, and she just happens to be in the 11th house space right now. A pod being on a podcast, that's the 11th house. When you're in a podcast setting, a production setting, that's 11th house energy, straight up. it was just her by herself, it's really covered both the axes. That's how you can see how the both axes always get light up. So she's fifth house on the stage being seen in a way, but it's also 11th house because she's interacting with other people, and there's people in there that she didn't know on a personal level. It was for an 11th house matter, right? So, um, that's just a lot of energy for something to funnel up right there. And then her Mars is cusping the 7th and the 8th house. So we already spoke about how there may be a little egotistical, influence and aura on her expression, especially when it comes into like men and relationship ideologies and speaking life into women in the way she do. A lot of that shit I feel like is just for praise. You gotta understand her moon is 23 degrees Sagittarius. The motherfucking Milky Way is at 27 degrees. She got Palace. Oh yeah, and she got Palace. I'm bugging. I did want to talk about that. She got Palace in the Milky Way. So anybody with Milky Way placements by that place, yeah, this is why Sagittarius can have a God complex. Just based off of that influence in the Sagittarius constellation by default. There's like a lot of Sagittarius. It could seem like their belief or their knowledge, what they believe in, is just the ultimate belief in the world. Like it comes from a lot of that shit. That Milky Way influence may be expanding on a very deep level. Her palace is by there. The asteroid Palace builds a relationship type of energy, but it also builds a relationship type of influence in a responsibility type of way too. So whatever sign you have Palace in, you're always connecting and trying to work with that sign. You go through your feuds with the energies of that sign, but it's something that you have a spiritual intention to connect and relate with. So her Palace is in the motherfucking Milky Way in Sagittarius. So yes, when it comes into any ideologies he has, anything she believes in, is really very hard to sway her, and it takes hard life experiences to sway her. She's a Sagittarius. All the Jupiter energy she got, it should be easy to be taught. But that's why having too much of something, too much of anything can be a bad thing. I don't want to say us having too much of an energy in our chart is a bad thing. It's just that it could be too much power for us. It could be a little overwhelming. So a lot of people with strong Jupiter placements, they're easy to be taught. They make very good teachers because they're very good students. But when you have a lot of Jupiter energy, it could be hard to teach you because now you went through an experiences of life, probably getting praise for being the knowledgeable one, the wise one, getting some praise for your ideologies. You got a couple of fucking followers, subscribers, or something, and they're putting you on a pedestal for an ideology, and you don't know how to act. You don't know how to act. You feel me? So now it's hard to bring you down to earth from a philosophical point of view. So with Mars being on her 7th, Mars right here in Aquarius, first Mars is conjunct Venus. So people with Mars conjunct Venus, they already may be already naturally stubborn with relationship values in general. They could be a little controlling with relationship influences. Now they're passionate ass lovers. They're passionate, intense, potentially, and at times extreme lovers. But that could be the problem with this alignment at times. They may want you to 24/7 match that passion in their relationship, match that passion with how they give it off, and may not understand that's not your love language. You feel me? Doesn't mean I don't like or love you or see the potential in something as much as you do, but but Mars be having Venus on go. Imagine Venus walking around like, give me some love, motherfucker, give me some love, come here, kiss, mwah. Turn around, smack that ass, mwah. All right, go to work. Imagine that was your partner 24/7. It's like, goddamn. Like shit. Can I get a graceful kiss in this motherfucker? So Mars be giving Venus that. Come here. I want some ass. Like, slow your roll. We can't get no slow jams playing. Why we gotta have sex to trap music all the time? Why we gotta do it to 21 Savage? You don't know nothing about no Isley Brothers, nothing. Why we gotta do it to Sexy Red? I don't know. This nigga start looking all sensitive. I don't know. I don't know. You just coming off real aggressive right now. It's just sexy, right? I don't want to. I don't know if I want to really go to Pound Town. Can we go to Tap Town? I just want to tap it. I don't even want to pound it no more. It's like this Mars and Venus. Mars be having Venus on go with Love Matters, a little extreme with Love Matters. Okay, so they love hard. They love hard. Tell you that right now. And when it comes into the things that they value in life, they fight for it. They fight for their values. And when it comes to the things, when it comes into their passions, their goals in life, their aspirations, the things that they're driven about, they treat these things like precious eggs. So people that have like Venus and Mars in a conjunction or in the same sign, look at how they treat their passions. They treat it like it's a baby. They're so delicate with it, so tender towards it, so sensitive about their passions and goals. Okay, so when you see Mars right here, she got Mars influence in the seventh and the eighth. People with Mars in the seventh house are already gonna have could potentially have a forceful nature when it comes into their relationship ideals. All right. But it's custom in the eighth house, and the eighth house is where Mars loves to be. It brings that sense of intensity. Okay. So she don't even understand. Just looking at this now, she's really being challenged to learn how to conduct herself, being more wise in the public eye. Aquarius energy is dealing with the public environment and whatnot. But the thing is, her sun is opposite Jupiter. Okay, so she's being challenged to be conduct herself in a knowledgeable way, be seen as the knowledgeable one when she has attention, when she has the spotlight. But her Mars in the eighth house, you have to understand that's Mars in the eighth house is a very transformative placement. This person goes through a lot of transformations, and they could bring transformation to a lot of people's lives. They could bring transformation to a lot of environments. Whenever we talk about placements in the zodiac that have the placements or signs that deal with transformation, understand every time we say that these signs can also bring a lot of transformation to other environments. It's not just they're going through a lot of transformation in your life. Aries, a Scorpio, a Mars in Aries, a Mars in Scorpio, a Mars in the first house, a Mars in the eighth house, a Mars in the first, a Pluto in the first house, a Pluto in the eighth house, Mars in Aquarius, Uranus in the first house, Uranus conjunct the sun, Uranus conjunct the moon, Uranus conjunct Mercury, Uranus conjunct Venus will be transformative as hell within their love language and their relationship life. Mars conjunct Uranus, goodness gracious, holy. I don't even want to have a conversation with them motherfucker. They make me do whatever. Mars conjunct Uranus, manipulate you to do whatever. Um, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, risings. Um, um, you feel me? Fire placements go through a lot of transformation in their life in general. Just fire placements, fire dominance, Mars and fire signs. So these placements right here, Sun in the eighth house, Moon in the eighth house, stellium in the eighth house, Pluto and Mars in the same sign, same house. These type of placements, people with these placements, is not just about them experiencing they can be the transformative one. Everything with every single placement is to be looked at from a yin and yang perspective, what you're attracting and what you're capable of pushing out. All right. So when it comes into her Mars in the eighth house, custom in the seventh and the eighth house, it's a lot of passion. There's a lot of deep, it's a lot of substance behind, anything she's communicating and relating about love matters, about intimate connections, about what things affected her subconscious. And the reason why I said she's being challenged in this lifetime to be wise about how she conduct herself, not just because the sun conjunct Jupiter, but this Aquarius being the sign dealing with, communicating because Aquarius deals with the collective consciousness and communicating to the collective consciousness. She has so much power to have a transformative influence on people, you know. So with great power come great with great power, you got to develop some great awareness. Okay, people that have strong Aquarius placements, stelliums in Aquarius, and she's a part of the Saturn in Aquarius generation. All right, damn, she's 31. Holy fuck, I didn't even really realize that, but yeah. So she a part of Saturn Aquarius generation, so she know how to work that motherfucker. She got a grasp on understanding the mind of others, the mind of society. She understands it. That's why I said I ain't gonna lie. She says some shit sometimes when she talks about relationships, just little clips I've seen this, that, and the third. Like she's right. She's like athletes are dumb. Just have raw sex with them, this, that, and the third. These niggas be doing all type of dumb shit. So like some of the things she said is this, that, and the third. But I could see the God complex from when she expresses herself, and just how she presents herself at times with things. So yeah, we got this Venus and Mars combination in Aquarius. People with them strong Aquarius placements, sometimes when they get a spotlight, they have to be careful because they could be very influential. And these people can manifest positions where people want to start to use you to push a certain agenda, push an influence because they know how much of a mass of people you can cover. You ever had a man? You mistaken Aquarius for a Leo at times, the way this new person may come to your job, come to your school, move in your neighborhood, and everybody noticed them. It's like, damn, all the sunlight and attention they was getting, I thought they was a Leo. I thought they was a sun in the first house. They in Aquarius. They could have that grasp on the outside world at times. All right. So that is very important there. But yeah, this whole area got lit the fuck up. She should have never won that podcast. And it's great because it's gonna be obviously a learning lesson for her, because this could all been that sun opposing Jupiter filtering up. Remember, y'all, the opposites and squares to your sun and moon are the most important aspects. The aspects to your sun and moon in general are the most important aspects. Why? Because the sun is dealing with what you're here to see in this experience, what you're here to grow your awareness with in this experience, more futuristic, more more in the present and futuristic. The moon is where we're coming from, what we've accumulated, right? So if I see certain aspects hitting your sun, I know that you need to have more of a spiritual effort towards expressing and pushing these things out and being proactive with these things. All right. Certain aspects to your moon can bring a lot of deja vu from the past life. It's going to be a lot of cycles. Things hitting your moon are things that you was experiencing in the past life, you know. So it's either cycles that you need to learn to deal with in this lifetime. It may be a lot of you guys have alignments where you guys have certain gifts and powers and traits, or you have certain experience, certain talents. You're just more inclined in certain areas, and you have a certain alignment because of application. You went too many lifetimes with no application of this experience or making it out to something, you know. So yeah, with the sun opposing Jupiter, it's always going to be like that. And when we look at her 10th house Lord, right, let's look at her social status. So, her 10th house starts in Pisces, but we see a majority of Aries energy in there, right? See a majority of Aries energy there. Okay. This is another polarizing influence in the chart. Okay. We know the 10th house is the Capricorn house. So things need to be more stable and structured. Business is business. But Aries comes in here and turns it up a little bit more, does things in a more individual way, starts to pioneer a bit, starts to do things in a more original way, starts to be rebellious in this area, is seen as the rebellious one, is seen as the innovator. Now other people, now this person gets attacked because they're influencing other people to be individuals. Aries in the 10th house, Aries midheaven people, Cancer risings. So uh when we but her 10th house starts in Pisces though, so that means the ruler is Jupiter. So we know wherever Jupiter is at is going to show an influence of what's attached to her social status. And we also know the more that she pushes out the energy of the house that Jupiter is in, the more it grows her social status. Where is Jupiter at? In the 3rd house. But what do we know about Jupiter? It's opposite her sun. So y'all see where we going with this? You understand where we going? Her 10th house ruler is Jupiter. Jupiter's in the 3rd house. So when you have this alignment, anything dealing with communication, you pushing out your thoughts, giving out information, updating people with information, being the messenger about things dealing with community, letting people know what's going on in the community, going on in certain areas, being the guidance with some type of influence in your community. When you got this type of alignment, 10th house Lord in the 3rd house, a lot of things you do for career and business could take off in your close surroundings. Things in your close surroundings can be used. but any type of familiar trait. A lot of people with this alignment find their career aspirations early in life because the third house deal with your adolescence. It deal with things that you picked up early in life. So the third house is still your surrounding. I live in Hampton, Virginia, even though I grew up in the Bronx, New York. So Bronx, New York is my third house, but I'm still low key in my third house. Right, this is my surroundings right now. All right, so the motherfuckers build a career off their thoughts, off their ideologies, or something they was just doing in their neighborhood, something they learned how to do with others, or picked up in their neighborhood, picked up from their siblings, right? 10th house lord in the third house. But if it's dealing with communication, if they allowing themselves to be in a situation where they could give their thoughts out, set up an environment where people could hear their analyzation and observation about things, their critique about things, that's why they may end up in careers that eventually have to deal with them doing that. So, like I said, she was a regular IG model type chick to stand at third. But when she started voicing her opinions about things, that's when her 10th house started to expand like God knows. Okay. And she will continue to do that. But because we know her 10th house lord is Jupiter, but it's opposite her sun, this is why her sun, how she's seen, okay, is gonna be opposite. A lot of times her ideologies and her beliefs, all these things is gonna be contradictory. You feel me? She's gonna contradict herself a lot of the times because that Jupiter wisdom she's supposed to be seen for on her third house or whatnot. That Jupiter in Virgo energy, her sun is at odds with the energy. So sometimes her sun in Pisces starts to look at things from more of a philosophical space when she's trying to make sense of something, and she might get mixed up with her, or she don't think she get mixed up, but the receiver is. You feel me? So just in general, she's going to go through situations in career where when she pushes out her knowledge, wisdom, or her ideologies or her third house in some type of shape or form, it's always going to expand her 10th house. People are going to want her to come to podcasts. People are going to want her to interview her. People are going to get her book. She's best-selling author. The third house, Gemini, literacy. People with Gemini placements, why you think they like Ice Cube, Kanye, why Kendrick Lamar? These all people. Well, Kendrick Lamar, yeah, these all Gemini placements. Like, they're gonna deal with some type of literacy or writing something down. You might get a Gemini try to get your number tomorrow. One of y'all in here, ladies. Like, all right, I give you my number. Nigga be like, all right, nigga, you might pull out pen and paper on your ass. Like, you got a phone? Like, nah, I just got out. I ain't gonna lie. I just, I saw your ass. I don't know. I had to make something shake. But they like writing shit down. They like Virgos too. This is kind of Mercury thing. But third house, Gemini all the way though. All the way. Okay, so so her son gets challenged in her 10th house. It's like she manifests the expansion in her 10th house for being expressive and being seen, for pushing her Jupiter out, for her knowledge, her wisdom, her experiences. Remember, that's another thing about this placement. The ruler is Jupiter. Jupiter deal with your experience. So it's not even about right or wrong no more. It's not about right or wrong. She's pushing out her experiences in the 10th house. So that's going to bring expansion, whether her ideologies is viewed in a positive or negative way to us. But because her sun is opposite, her sun looks crazy a lot of times. It looks opposite. It looks like it contradicts itself. It looks like it doesn't make sense at times. It doesn't look wise at times because it's having that opposite battle, Jupiter and Virgo and Sun in Pisces. You feel me? She has to learn how to be more wise with how she look at things from more of a structured, realistic way. But she gets too lost in her emotions, and when you got too much water, you jump into the past a little too much. All right, especially when you have strong Cancer placements. Not all Cancer placements jump into the past a lot, but they don't forget and they stay connected. All right, so her having strong moon energy in her chart and already being a young degree Pisces sun, and then her son being in the 9th house, she's always replaying experiences. She's always reflecting. She's very superstitious. She's probably so motherfucking superstitious, it's not even funny. She probably could meet the love of her life, and they might have the same middle name as her baby daddy, and will stop fucking with the nigga. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Nope. All that Jupiter energy, too superstitious for the. No, I know she is. All right, so you know. And it's really funny too. You know, it's another thing. Like, hold on, I'm bugging out. Hold on, let's get to it. Cause you know, guys, before she got with PJ Washington and all that, you know, before she got with him, she, you know, like I said, she be talking about the industry a lot, talking about like athletes, rappers. She done. I think she gave a list about. I think she gave a list about like mentioned the rappers and athletes she slept with. I think or dated. Man, when you look at this chart and you see a Saturn, Venus, Mars stellium in the eighth house, first of all, Saturn knows how to build and it will use. The eighth house deals with the resources of others. Saturn in the eighth house, people, they know how to use the resources of others. Then Venus is in there. Venus in the eighth house gets support and love behind the scenes. So this is a person that could be getting all type of money behind the scenes. You wouldn't even motherfucking know it. They don't even want you to know how they're making money for real. Venus in the eighth house, people, but they can get support behind the scenes for things. This is the person that has a addiction to something, a drug addiction, an attachment to something, and then you don't understand how the hell they broke as hell. They broke as hell. But how you always high? Somebody supporting that habit. Somebody supporting it behind the scenes. You can't see it. Venus in the eighth, Venus in Scorpio. All right. And then the Mars in the eighth house. So these are all just one of these placements are good for knowing how to extract the resources of another person with them. You know, Venus in this house can, matter of fact, all of these placements can bring them itself because Saturn's already a transactional energy that knows how to use and build. So Saturn can bring that in the eighth house alone. All right. But Saturn needs to kind of establish it more. Venus can reel it in here. Venus in the eighth house, you can see things dealing with like you most likely gonna have like an inheritance in some at some point in your life with like a Venus in the eighth house. But Mars in the eighth house, Mars in the eighth house know how to be proactive about getting that motherfucking resource. This is Mars zone here. This is Mars zone. Mars in the eighth house, people manipulate you and you won't notice until 5 years later after the relationship. It was like, hold on, wait a minute. Waking up in your sleep. Hold on. No, this can't be true. That's why she divorced my ass. You might not realize that shit till that shit be in the dark. They say everything in the dark come to the light, but fucking with a Mars in the eighth house, that motherfucker be in the dark for a little while. Mars in the eighth house know how to do some shit behind the scenes, know how to manipulate. They know how to observe you, read you, and make you think that they oblivious and they so modest. What? And I'm a Mars and Scorpio. I know what I'm talking about. So Mars and eighth house people, different. They different. All right. You won't know any intentions about what they have about to do anything. Some of y'all right now dating Mars and eighth house people. They got you in some of y'all right now is dating a Mars and the eighth house person. They got your ass in the palm of their hand. And you don't even know, you don't even really know that much about them. You don't even know that much about them. But you like, I'm ready. I'm whatever they want. She want to go shopping. I'm here. Where's my card? Hold on. Let me call my bank just in case, because if you go ahead and spend a lot of money, they may cut it off. I don't even want you to deal with that. Let me call my bank. Let them make sure you about to fuck my whole balance up. Okay. So she has 3 placements that just having one of them would have been enough to have a lot of power manipulating resources of others. And it don't have to even say manipulate, even though I said that word doesn't have to always have a negative connotation. But these people, each one of them placements know how to work the resources of others on top of attracting them. She has 3 of them. She has all 3 of them in there. So when she's talking about sleeping with artists, how to deal with them, how you manipulate them, my guy, you see that stellium? Do you see that stellium? All right. And it's in Aquarius. It's in Aquarius. Out of all signs, the relationship transactional sign, the actual sign that looks at people like, what I don't got all day. What is this a relation? What are we exchanging? Are we just exchanging pleasure? Are we exchanging, resources and pleasure? Like, what are we doing? What is this? Is this a friendship? Is this a partnership? Like, what are we doing? Like, motherfucker, I just met you. I just want to know your name. I thought you was cute. Feel me? I like your hair. All right, your toes. You got what's that? What y'all ladies? What you call a French tip? The white? Yeah, I like your toes. Look cute. What's all of that? What you mean? What I'm gonna do for you? I just want to know your name. I mean, I could get you a drink or something. Aquarius woman. I'm just saying because I don't got the time. I mean, you don't want to talk to nobody. You at a bar. You want to talk to somebody? Damn, Aquarius woman. Damn, the transactional ass. The fuck the last nigga do to you? You know, because I told that nigga I ain't had the time and he played with my time. So I'm just letting you know I ain't got the time. Goddamn Capricorn Aquarius women. You guys tough skin to fuck with their ass. They'll let your ass know straight up. I don't got the time. And I know you like playing with time. You be on live stream saying they're gonna be an hour, you be on them bitches for 3 hours. You ain't gonna do that with me. I don't got the time, Boro. So yeah, man. Sierra said she had a baby in her Saturn return. Yup, that may have definitely rocked her foundation. 8th house rules other people money. You know how it go. She can get it out them for sure. Yes, she can. Look at all of that. What's her 8th house? And it Saturn. I'm happy I didn't. I was because I was about to end the shit right there. And what is the ruler of her 8th house? Her 8th house starting Aquarius. Saturn is in that motherfucker. So you got the house lord in the house of the 8th house. Man, you gonna get some resources from people behind the scenes. That is another placement. Damn, that's another placement right there. Even that type of placement, it don't even have to be mattering what the planet is. Wait, my bad. I'm thinking this whole time y'all can see I'm all up in the camera. My bad. But yeah, just having the ruler, it could have been any ruler. Neptune, Uranus, the moon, it could have been any ruler. But having the ruler in the 8th house, you're gonna be pretty intuitive, knowing how to see when people is trying to do you dirty or manipulate something with you behind the scenes, you know. And see with this placement, now this is another thing she's gonna suffer with because we all seen her behavior was off. We all know something's mentally, emotionally off of her about her behavior and how she was moving. But you know, she has the ruler of the 8th house in the 8th house. This is a very strong placement for somebody understanding how to transmute energy, how to deal with acknowledging and, you know, transmuting and initiating and sustaining the transformation processes and things they need to heal in the subconscious and analyzing these things, the depth of themselves. When people have the ruler of the 8th house in that house, they're very, you know, equipped to do that. And then on top of that, she's a Cancer moon, all right, very intuitive placement. I mean, it's a Cancer rising, very intuitive placement. So, you know, she may also have an ego when it comes into needing help for the subconscious, because she may have already dealt with some situations in her life where she did have to heal herself, or she did have to, you know, acknowledge something with her subconscious on her own and help bring realizations to things on her own. I wonder what the relationship with her mother is, because her moon is I mean, it's 20 degrees Sagittarius, but it's in a square sign from her sun. And her Saturn's in the 8th house. Sometimes Saturn in the 8th house, authority figure could be a little transformative. Don't know if the father figure was there. Saturn in the 8th house is things in the 8th house is hard to see. So authority figures that may have been a little in the dark for her in her life as well. So, you know, when we have these gifted intuitive abilities, you know, God places us in position. God places us in position to apply and be an example of application. So it's really funny because not too long ago she was coming out, you know, with this whole kind of rebranded image, talking about things. I ain't gonna just say I remember what I was talking about, but I just remember it was like the talk of the town, like, oh my God, Britney Renner's like, she's saved now, and I guess she was talking about healing and all that. She's talking about positive things, and I think she was, you know, in a state of reflecting from her past experiences and things she might have expressed on the internet and how she might have conducted herself. So she had a little phase like that. I think it was like earlier this year. She was on certain podcasts and whatnot, and she just reverted back to, you know, a lot of the chaos a little bit. So a lot of Jupiter influences can bring chaos. A lot of Jupiter influences in your life can bring chaos. A lot of episodes, a lot of experiences. Okay, it could be hard to slow your life down a little bit when you got the moon in Sag by default. So the fact that she's a Cancer rising, you got to think about it. When you have a lot of Jupiter influences, you know, the moon in Sagittarius creates a lot of rapid experiences in your life, but Cancer likes to settle in. Cancer likes to settle in and connect to something. Cancer don't like jumping all over the place all the time. Cancer wants to settle into an experience. Pisces is the feminine side of Jupiter. Pisces wants to settle into the experience. So she can have conflict with that at times. She feels like she's going through so much shifts in her life. It's hard for her to settle into certain experiences. So when you see the little you see the segments of her expressing things from a wise perspective, she probably is coming from a state where she's finally settled a bit in life. She's not dealing with probably looking at how other people thinking of her, things she's said in her past. Or it's another uphill battle for her to get over her past. That's another thing. So even for her to grow and evolve over anything that we deem as something that she needs to work on, she has that strong Cancer energy. So it's gonna even be work, which her moon is in the 6th house. A lot of them work on the emotion, on her emotional stability. New routines, new things implemented into that 6th house, new form of a lifestyle for her to feel like she doesn't have to stay, in her past in some type of shape or form. But a placement like that, first house lord in the 6th house, with it being the moon and whatnot, you need to learn how to work on, the life's building the environment for emotional stability. And there will be many things as far as what you feed yourself, your diet, how you go about, your wellness in general, all these things. You're going to learn how these things affect your emotional well-being, because you're always going to be forced to react to these things. You may have something develop in your body, some form of dis-ease, something, because you're not reacting to your form of wellness and what's being affected in your daily, in your everyday regimen. You're gonna learn that in this lifetime. So, it's just like when I see her expressing things from a wise perspective, I'm like, that's what it is. She was allowing herself to probably settle into something and not be in this sun in the 9th house, moon in Sagittarius, push out my ideologies, push out my knowledge and wisdom. You feel me? That her Cancer, Pisces, Jupiter side of her wants to sink into it a little bit. You feel me? But when we have a full moon transit, that's when she says fuck finding the balance, and all of it comes out to a point. Is like, I'm releasing everything that's heavy, and I'm doing it in a God complex way. Nigga, shut up when I'm talking, nigga. She telling grown ass men in there, shut up when she's talking and shit. So I don't know, as a grown man, like, that shit was kind of hard to watch. It was kind of hard to watch. You feel me? Like, I get it. It was a podcast. Like, first of all, you're not gonna beat her up or something. You feel me? But it's like, it's a podcast, and I know a lot of them niggas, they wanted to keep, they're not gonna. They knew that was gonna get some views and shit, but if I was the nigga in the back or whatnot, like, I feel homie in the back, because he's just watching these niggas get violated on the camera, and now he's chilling in the back, probably watching the shit. Like, it couldn't be me. Then she started violating him. So now, if shit got wacky, you know. That nigga probably fell into her 8th house. So that nigga probably is Aquarius or some shit. He wasn't going. He wasn't going. You feel me? So she go through a lot of transformations dealing. That's another thing. She has a stellium in Aquarius in the 8th house. She's gonna go through a lot of transformation dealing with Aquarius like themes, dealing with the 11th house like themes, interacting with others in public spaces, communicating her ideologies and expressing her viewpoints and whatnot about things in the outside world. She's gonna go through transformations because of that. Okay, so very interesting dynamic, but that's what a full moon crash out looks like, guys. That is exactly. One second, yeah. That's exactly what a full moon crash out looks like, guys. That's what it looks like. And she was the best example because she actually has Pisces placements, and she has moon. She's a Cancer moon. So she was so open to being, I don't want to say attacked, because she was so open to being in a space where it was hard for her not to have a heavy release if there was something to be released. All of that energy and whatnot, her spirit may feel a little lighter right now. She may feel like she's heard and seen a little bit more. Her expressing, you don't know what the fuck it feel like, this, that, and the third. You could talk about the behavior she expressed it with, but it didn't matter if she felt like them niggas was listening or not. Her being on that platform in that moment, having a chance to express that, she wanted that to be seen. All right. That was more of a release for her. So it's just important around these times. It helps us to understand how to pick our environment, how to be more selective about how we, who we connecting with, how we're connecting with people, how we receiving energies, let alone pushing them out during full moon time, guys. All right, y'all. It's funny as hell because all of this going on, and it's her baby daddy birthday just passed. He in Virgo season. Just got a new contract. Just got a $40 million contract. You see how? But they gonna tell you astrology fake. It's Virgo season. The sun in Virgo. Her baby daddy of Virgo. That nigga, this NBA season about to start. He just got a new $40 million contract. That nigga in solar return energies right now. And look at the opposite sign. Pisces sun. I love y'all Pisces, but y'all the opps right now. Look what happens being a Pisces. Look at the opposite side. Going viral for looking crazy. Do you see the but they gonna tell you astrology fake though, but who am I? Who am I? Just a young black man that's been pretty much into this stuff all my life. That's all. So oh man, sorry guys. I hope y'all was still able to hear me. But I was basically saying, like, look how things work. Her baby daddy's the Virgo sun. It's Virgo season. His ass is in solar return energy for real. He just got a $40 million contract. NBA season about to start. He lit right now. But she the op sign. She the Pisces. And now she going viral looking crazy. Pouring waters on niggas, acting crazy. Just looking crazy. Having displays of what it looks like. A little bit of mental illness. A little bit of you need to see a therapist, a little bit of shouldn't be drinking or taking substances before going on a podcast, a little bit of a lot of things. All right. So all my opposite signs, my Pisces, Sun, Moon, risings, be careful of how you deal with any form of projection or any form of being forced to do things around this time, because you have to be able to compose yourself, because whenever it's opposite season you could feel pressured a lot. My square signs, my Sagittarius and Geminis, relax too. All right, don't let Virgo season feel like it's also pressuring y'all to put everything in a container, get everything structured and tight. That's how Virgo season could really make y'all feel. Pisces, Sag, and Gemini. All right. So don't let Virgo season just use it to tighten you up a little bit. All right, y'all. But those are just some significant placements I've seen. That's what a full moon crash out looks like, guys. And that's why we go over these energies, because we're trying to prevent that. All right. We got everybody in here, got a whole bunch of opportunity that's always coming to their way in lives. And just a little awareness about things like that help us learn how to pick a whole lot of situations and dates for things that are, full moon that week. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do it that week. Can we do it 2 weeks after that? Like, you got to know these things. You got to know these things, family. All right. I've been giving examples. I feel like my last couple of live streams, I've been giving examples about a lot of times I didn't use astrology and did some dumb shit. All right. I didn't cut my hair during retrogrades. I didn't did all type of shit, y'all. I didn't did all type of shit. All right. So you got to know. You got to know better. All right, guys. I love y'all. Y'all some real true G's for staying up with me late and getting up in Britney Renner's energies and having this discussion, y'all. All right. So y'all go ahead and y'all go ahead. Speaking of extreme, the moon is in Aries. Everybody take a seat this weekend, because when you got the sun in Virgo, moon in Aries, you want to clean the whole house in 2 hours. Like, I ain't talking about regular clean. I'm talking about real cleaning. Real cleaning. A lot of y'all got some kids, they don't know about real cleaning. And that's what y'all be telling them. Y'all don't know who really cleans in this house. When the last time you got a mop and mop the bathroom floor? Like, damn, ma. The bathroom floor, like, it's okay, I feel you, ma. You said mop the kitchen and that. God damn, I gotta lift the bath. This is real cleaning. Kids don't know nothing nowadays. They just all. Oh, they don't know about no real cleaning. Don't know about none of that good stuff. I get their hands dirty. These kids' knees be too smooth nowadays. Fuck your knees so fucking smooth. You ain't been to no fucking playground. You ain't never fall before. The fuck? You never fell when you was walking. Never got into a motherfucking fight. Your ass ain't get bullied before. Yeah, I got cyber bullied. Man, if you don't give me that motherfucking iPhone, what the fuck is cyber bullying? No, for real. They were DMing me. I had to block it. Give me the goddamn tablet. That's the problem. You scared of this. How the hell you scared of the internet? What they gonna do to you from here? Smooth knees ass kids. I'm telling y'all. If you're dating somebody, check their knees. They ain't got no scars. They some bougie motherfucker. They gonna end up being a responsibility to you. They spoiled. I'm telling you. I need a woman. I need a pretty woman with not too many. Don't be looking like you was harming yourself or something. Like, dude, you was okay? You need to talk to somebody? Was you going through a phase? All right. Just don't go too crazy now. It's a little 1-2 scars. That's keep okay. All right, a little pretty scarred up knee woman. I like her. She gonna work for something. She gonna go to work. She ain't gonna talk about I ain't doing 50,000. She gonna go to work. She don't mind working till retirement. So yeah, I love ya. I'm real popular with some Anita Baker playing. Facts. Kim is my go-to. I gotta put some share my life. That's that good old mop in the kitchen music right there. Share my life. I gotta go. I love y'all. Y'all play too much. I love y'all. Peace, family.